Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere. Wagwan. How are you people? Hope we're all good. Hope we're all right. How are we? Yeah, I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Yeah, because do you remember that time when I was just rambling on and there was no sound and you couldn't hear me and I looked like an absolute dickhead? So, pardon my French. But yeah, before I go on, can you hear me, right? Because I'm not making that mistake again. Once bitten, twice shy and all that. Lovely. Steve, Craig, thank you very much. Right, okay. Right, let's crack on. Lot to get through tonight. And I've actually made a list, guys, because a lot's happened in the last couple of weeks, if we're being honest. So I'm going to touch on the Arsenal. What else? Right, the one and only, yeah. The soon-to-be champions, right, in my view anyway. So I want to quickly touch on Arsenal. I want to talk about Antonio Conte, that outburst he made, because I've got my own take on that. And it may be controversial. In fact, I sincerely hope there are at least one or two Spurs fans watching this, because it would be nice to get their take on what I'm about to say. I want to touch on Harry Kane as well. Mitrovic, I want to talk about that. Yeah, give you my views on that. And last but not least, I want to talk about Luther, the fallen son. Yeah, I want to touch on that. So, without further ado, let's give a shout out to the true superstars of the chat. Do you know what, guys? Tonight, I was meant to have Warren on, Warren's Team Talk, Wazza, as I like to call him. Unfortunately, Warren's not very well at the moment, so he couldn't make it. So if you are watching Warren, and if you're not here, I know you normally watch it on playback. Just a quick shout out to you, my brother. Hope you get better soon, mate. Good mate of mine, and I love you. All right, so yeah, anyone who's not following Warren, please give him a follow, yeah, because he deserves it. He's a top man. Warren's Team Talk. So yeah, without further ado, let me just quickly do what I do best and what I always do. No one else, I believe, does this. Just me, just so you know. But I'm going to give you guys a shout out, right, because you deserve it. So first up, we have Craig AFC 87. There he is. Big up yourself. We've got the lovely Joanne Smith. How's the weight loss going, my love? We've got Footy Chats here as well. My guy, come on. We've got Steve RFC. Did I say that right? RFC, yes, I did. Shammy D, come on, my guy. We've got Pavan. Pavan's in the chat. We've got the lovely, gorgeous, the blonde Steffi in the chat. Hope you're well, my love. Hope you're good. Mwah! Darling. We've got Pieter Jablanowski in the chat as well. Big up yourself, mate. We've got Naeem. Still not forgiving you for that goal. I say that every time I see you in the chat. It's getting boring now, but whatever. Naeem, hope you're good, mate. We've also got Khan AFC 84. How you doing, brother? I'm sweet, Khan. How are you, mate? Hope you're good. Who else we got? We've got Tony Ibra, my guy, Mr. Tripod, Mr. Class 8 Meat. Love you, Diesel, my bro. Funnily enough, I've not long had dinner, and guess what I had for dinner, guys? I mean, it's such an obvious answer. I'm not even going to tell you, because all you guys know what I have anyway, and I had two of them, not one but two. Right? There you go. Hope you're good though, Tone. Hope you're well, mate. We've got Joe Gugg in the chat as well. Greetings from Germany. See, it's not just us Brits who watch Diesel Arsenal. It's people from all over the world. Yeah, Germany included. Come on, Joe, my guy. I hope you're well. And I think that is about it. Joanne, had my birthday last week, so I've put on a bit of weight, but we'll lose it. Yeah, listen, birthdays, they're allowed. Birthdays and Christmas, yeah? They're allowed, right? You know, even I've fallen off, Joe, as well. I'm back on it now, but yeah, I did go for a week or two where I was a little bit loose. But listen, it's just really weird, because when I think I've had a bad week, I weigh myself and I've actually lost a pound. It's mad. But yeah, what can I say? I don't know. The older you get, the harder it is to lose it, right? I look at a cake, I put a stone on. I can't even walk past a Greggs or a Percy Ingo anymore. But that's another story, whatever. Yeah, guys. So basically, what 23 of you watching currently at the moment. So look, I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in. Oh look, everyone, look, happy belated birthday, Joanne. See, we're all saying happy birthday to you, my love. Yeah. So how's it feel to be 25, Joe? Let me know. It's been a while since I was. See what I did there? That little bit of charm. So you girls love it. You love all that, didn't you? I know. What can I say? But look, guys. So obviously we all watched the Arsenal game against Crystal Palace. Absolutely demolished them. And it's getting to that point now. I think, 9 games left? Am I right in saying that? 9 games. We're going into an international break, which, to be quite frank, bores the life. Actually, yeah, I do want to mention England. Yeah. Sorry, let me mention that as well. In fact, I'm going to touch on that now. No, I won't. No, because I don't want to diversify too much. But I do want to chat about England because Gareth Southgate just proper winds me up. But anyway, yeah. So I'll stick with the Arsenal. Look, 9 games left. I think the next game is at home to Leeds. Now, when I looked at the fixtures earlier on, bar probably 2 or 3 of them, the rest are extremely winnable. And I'm looking at this, and I said it to you guys before. I honestly think we're going to win this. I really do. I can't. I've been one of the most critical of this club over the years, and even now, people still are asking me that question, like, how does it feel to be wrong? And I'm like, well, I'm not wrong. I've never been wrong. Yeah. And I keep on saying this, and a lot of people can't seem to grasp this concept, right? And it just goes to show, and I've said this before, we are in a world now where there's a lot of thick, I was going to swear there, but I won't. There's a lot of thick idiots who just have no common sense. We're in a world now where common sense isn't so common anymore. Us YouTubers, or whatever you want to call us, anyone who's got a platform, we just comment on what we see. We comment on what we see. There's part of me that's thinking, I'm seeing how Arsenal are doing, like, this season. We're just wiping teams away. We're just blowing them away week in, week out. And there is part of me thinking, well, hang on a minute. It's more or less the same players here that were here last year. So we've shown we can do it. We've proven that we are a good side. We can do it. So why have we not been doing it? Now, look, people are going to hear that comment and think I'm being negative, and it's not. So I'm not even going to go there with that. But it begs the question, where's it been? So all we've been asking is for a group of players, 11 players on that pitch, to turn up, give it their all, and play to the maximum. Now, this season, they have been doing that, right? And when you do that, look at what happens. Yeah? Success, more or less, is coming, right? That's all we've been asking for, yeah? And they're doing it. And to be honest, I can't see. It wouldn't shock me if Man City caught up and somehow nicked it. But at the same time, I'd be very surprised. I just can't see. I can't see Arsenal not winning it. I can't see it now. For me, I think it's more or less a formality. I've said it to you guys before on the previous stream. A season for me, any team who wins the league in a season, it's a season made up of moments. And we've had plenty of them this season. The last one being Reece Nelson. That goal at the very last kick of the game, that was a moment. That was a pivotal moment of the season. When you look at the way we played against Aston Villa, that Odegaard miss, yeah, and then the way we came back, and that was the game. I think that the week before we'd lost to Man City. That game was high pressured away to Villa, and that's not an easy place to go. Villa are no mugs. Their manager's Unai Emery, and he would have had a point to prove. He would have wanted to really win that game more than any other game, really, because it's us, his old team. So the pressure was on. And normally, over the years, Arsenal tend to wilt under that pressure. This time we didn't. We went for it. And again, that's a moment in the city. It's a pivotal moment of the season. And we've had loads of them. The game against Leeds, when we was away to Leeds. Of all the games we've played this season, that is the one and only game I watched and thought, how we won that, I will never know. How we won it, we got away with one there. I think we beat them 1-0. And to be honest, Leeds were all over us for the vast majority of that game. Luckily for us, they haven't got a banger up front who can finish his dinner. So with that being said, we won the game. But that is the only game I walked away thinking, oh, got away with that one. You know, every other game, it's just been, it's routine. You know, I don't, you know, and you got to give credit to Mikel Arteta, you know, and listen, I've been a massive critic of his, but, you know, when I watch the games and I hear the stadium and I hear the atmosphere, for me, personally, the players will get the plaudits, of course. But Mikel Arteta, in my opinion, and I've got to say this, Mikel Arteta, in my opinion, is a massive, massive reason as to why that stadium is rocking. Right? You can't knock him. Has he made mistakes this season? Not many, of course. You know, if we're going to reach and be very, you know, extremely critical, yes, there are certain substitutions or tactical decisions in certain games that we can pinpoint and ask questions. But let's be honest, man, all we've really been asking for is at least challenge for a title, and we're more than doing that. So listen, you know, to be honest, you know, people will always have an agenda against this guy. I've always said to you guys, and I don't change my tune, I've always said this, watch the previous streams, it's nothing personal with me and him, nothing personal, don't hate the guy. I just didn't think he was the right man. If he wins the league, which I think he will, then do you know what? You've got to look at it and say, I was wrong. Because none of us in our wildest dreams thought a man who's never managed before could come into a big job like this, a big club like Arsenal, for your first management job and actually do the impossible, go and win the league, you know, the Holy Grail. I mean, Christ, hats off. So, yeah, personally, I think we're going to win it. Steve, happy birthday. See, Joe, look, they all love you, babes. Smash those likes. Thank you, Steffi. Yep, please, guys, smash the likes. I really appreciate it. Was it 10 games left? Sorry, Craig. Yeah, so, yeah, I thought it was 9. 10 games left. Steve, Arsenal need to win 8 out of the next 10 at least. And I think we can do it, guys. I really do. Listen, it's no... The only team we've got to worry about is Man City. And listen, as much as we know, they are more than good enough to go on a run and win every single game from here on in until the end of the season. At the same time, that's not a certainty, is it? Plus, they're in the Champions League. If I'm totally honest, if you ask Pep which one he wants to win the most, it's going to be the Champions League. You know, so for me, yes, they've got the squad to compete on both fronts. It's not a case of he has to put his eggs in one basket or the other. But I think what's going to help us is them still being in that. So for me, and listen, I've said it once, I'll say it again. As much as what I've just said about, you know, all these compliments about Arteta, anyhow he doesn't win this league, he's got to be sacked. I don't care what anybody tells me. And listen, I know a lot of people have been annoyed at that comment that I've just made, but I don't care. You can't be 8 points clear at the top, especially at this, with 10 games left, and somehow lose it, especially when you're playing once a week. You know, we're out of the Europa League. That pissed me off. In fact, I do want to touch on that, because all I'm hearing is a lot of Arsenal fans saying, oh, well, in a way, I'm pleased. It's done us a favour. We don't really care about the Europa League. We want to win the league. So, really, I'm pleased that we're out. Now, listen. You'd think that would shock me. It doesn't. Yeah, because this fan base is just soft, in my opinion. The majority of them, anyway, not all of them. I couldn't care less whether we're going for a league or not. You know, like that. Why is it with a lot of fans it's one or the other? Why can't you go for both? Why can't you? Man United are. You know, why can't you go for both? Why does it have to be one or the other? Why can't people be greedy? Why can't people be ambitious? Why can't fans look at every single cup competition and have that mentality of, I want to win that one, oh, and that one over there, right? Why has it got to be one or the other? We are good enough to win both. Clearly not, because we're out, right? But let's be honest. Did Arsenal really give it their all? Yeah, we played a Sporting Lisbon side. Let's be real, ain't great. Yeah, they're not great. Right? Arsenal squad Sporting Lisbon squad. Whose squad you taking? I'm taking Arsenal's all day long. There is no excuse. But the feedback, or all the social media comments that I saw from a lot of Arsenal fans was, oh well, don't matter. We're going to win the league. And it's like, I'll tell you something. Arsenal better win the league. Yeah, because anyhow Arsenal don't, and we end up the season potless, then I'll tell you something. Heads are going to have to roll. And there's a lot of people at the moment, especially Arsenal fans, who are going to have to backtrack and apologise for what they've said, because who are we to pick and choose what competition we want to win? Who are we to pick and choose what cup we want to win? Arsenal fans piss all over the Europa League, right? And that winds me up, right? Because we've never won it. How can you piss over something that you've never won? If we've won it, cool. Been there, done that, worn the T-shirt, all that rubbish, right? Cool. We've never won it. Yeah? So let's not knock something that we've not won. Do you get what I'm saying? It just bugs me. Like that mentality of, oh, well, don't matter. Don't matter. I'm glad we're out. It's done us a favour. Like, it just... But I guess that's the world we're in. I'm not going to go too mad over that, but I'll be honest with you, I've calmed down now. At the time, that proper wound me up. I'm not going to lie to you. That really did. Craig, Diesel, why does Arteta keep disrespecting all the cup competitions? God, do you know what? If watching that game, right, that's against Sporting Lisbon, if that's taught us anything, yeah, it's that if we can't compete against a team like that, or we struggle in a competition like that, when you look at some of the teams, not all of them, but some of them in there, next year we're going to be in the Champions League. You know, that's it's levels. It's different levels. It's a different kettle of fish. You know, and this is what worries me a little bit, because I've got a feeling a lot of Arsenal fans, if we win this league, then it doesn't really matter what happens next year, whether we get embarrassed in the Champions League or not. You know, I think a lot of fans, it's like, for me, look, the best way I can put it is this, right? If Arsenal win this league, which I think they will, I've got a fear, and I hope this isn't true, I've got a fear that if we do win it, everyone's going to take their foot off the pedal. We've achieved it. We've done it. Now we can relax and sit back. No. Keep going. Dominate. You know, and this is the thing. When you win the league in your own country, the next logical step is to win in Europe. Yeah? Be the kings of Europe. Dominate Europe. Yeah? When you look at the way we're playing, we've got the youngest squad in the league. Yeah? We've got a great, as Terence would say, foundation, building block. Right? We've got a great base, young players. Right? Keep going. Keep going. Right? In the summer, beef up that squad with quality. Keep going. If we win the league this year, let's do it again next year. Because if we win this league, it shows we're good enough. We've been up there more or less the whole season. The whole season. Yeah? Not many teams can say that. We've done it. We've done it. That tells me we can win it again. Go for it. Make a statement. You know, lay a marker down in the Champions League next season. Right? All these, we're just there to make up the numbers. No. We're just in it because we gain financially. We're only in it for the money that we get. No. From a football aspect, a football reason, go and win the thing. Go for it. Go for it, because I'll tell you now, all these teams, Chelsea won't be as bad, Liverpool won't be as bad, Man United, for me, everyone says they're back. No, they ain't. They're not. But they will get better. He's a good manager, Ten Hag. Sorry, Seven Hag. Right? He's a good manager. It kills me to say because I can't stand that club, but he's a good manager. Yeah, he will get funds. You know, and I just look at it and I just think, you know, just please, Arsenal, Arteta, Edu, you know, Vinay, the Cronkies, Josh, Do not take your foot off the pedal. You know, don't, the fans are happy. We've won the league. The fans are happy. We can just kick our heels now. Yeah, it's bought us a lot of time. It's bought us a lot of credit in the bank with these fans. No, because I, for one, will still be on here and I will be having an absolute rant if I see any sign of that. Yeah, we have got a chance to do something special here. Yeah, and I'm not just on about doing something special for one season and one season only. No, right? We are good quality team. Yeah, right. We're not up there by accident. I keep saying that. We are up there on merit. We are up there by merit. We've got good, young, hungry players. Do we need to beef up that squad? Of course. Yes, we do. It's all about buying smart and buying the right players. I could not, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't care about 90 million, 100 million, 120 million pound players. Yeah. Right. Buy smart. If the right player happens to cost 15, 20 million, get him. You know, Trossard, if anything, has shown us, has proven to all of us, you don't have to necessarily break the bank. He was, 27 million? That's cheap in football terms. That is absolutely cheap. And what a buy he's been. Me, among a few others, sat on this stream and said, do you know what? Forget Mudryk. Get this man. Get Trossard, right? He's had a falling out with Roberto De Zerbi. Go and get him. Go. He's a good player. He's Premier League proven. For me, and I said this to you guys before, on this stream, on this very stream, I said to you guys, at a bigger club, yeah, you know, you get some players who are big fish in a small pond. If they step up, they're not going to show you, you know, it's going to swallow them up. Yeah. I never thought that with him, with Trossard. He's a good player. And in a better team, a bigger team, bigger platform, he'll show his stuff and he will become better as a result of the players he's playing with week in, week out. And look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. What a snip at that price. Yeah. What an absolute snip. Yeah. And let's be honest, guys. And I do want to say this because I said this to a mate of mine the other day, and tell me if you guys agree. Yeah. This whole thing about Mudryk, and I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans sort of slating this guy, right? And all this. Look at that. Oh, can you see it? Look, number one, Dad, that's me. Yeah. Can I just remind you guys as well that Mudryk wanted to come to Arsenal. He didn't pick Chelsea over us. He wanted to come. We didn't put the money up, right? Or the correct amount, whatever it was. We put a certain price in. Chelsea went above. We could have gone above. We could have matched it. And if we'd have matched it, he'd have come to us, right? It's not Mudryk who didn't want to come. Yeah? It was Arsenal not putting the money in. Rightly so as well. So all this stick that Mudryk is getting, let me tell you one thing. Because I said this to a mate of mine. I'm seeing a lot. I've got no reason to defend Mudryk. But let me tell you now, I'm not into this because this is one thing, right, that Terence used to say all the time, and it really used to bug me, right? We're in football. There is not a case of a one size fits all. Yeah. Oh, if he was Mourinho was the manager at Tottenham, he didn't win anything, therefore he won't win anything at any other club he's at. No, doesn't work like that. Mudryk is a flop, right? If he was at Arsenal right now, he would be doing bits. I'm telling you now, because I actually think he's a good player, Mudryk. From what I've seen of him, I actually think he's decent. I just think he's a good player who's at the wrong club. I really do believe that. If he'd had come to Arsenal, if we'd managed to have got that deal over the line and he was at Arsenal right now, I'm telling you, in my heart of hearts, I honestly think he would be doing bits for us right now. I really do. He's a good player. I really do. So all this stick that he's getting from a lot of Arsenal fans, I'm seeing, I don't understand that. I don't. He wanted to come. He couldn't have made it any more obvious. He wanted to come and play for the Arsenal, right? You know, so all this, I just don't understand it. But he is a good player. He's at the wrong club, in my opinion. But I'm telling you now, it's a shame. But that was a deal I would have liked to have seen done in the summer rather than now or like in January. Yeah, the Trossard one made sense because for what we're going for at this present moment in time, we've not got the time to bed players in and give them 6 months to find their feet. No, we are going for a league title. Yeah, not often we've been able to say that over the years, but this season in particular, we are going for a league title. Therefore, we need Premier League proven players who can come in the team and contribute now. Yeah, now. Not in 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. No, now. Players who can come in and perform now. Now, look at this guy, Trossard, the amount of money, and look what he's doing. Yeah, Jesus does not walk back into this team. I'm sorry, no. And listen, what we've been crying out for since I've been streaming, whether it be Claude and the Bansters or this one, I've always made a point of saying competition for places. Yeah, sick and tired of over the years Arsenal players play crap. Doesn't matter. Cool. I'm playing next week. The Bellerins, the Ozils, all those players, rubbish players, yeah, who it didn't matter whether they played well, good, class, consistent, inconsistent, rubbish, poor, this, that, doesn't matter because they know they're playing next Saturday. They know they're playing on Wednesday. They know they're playing on Sunday. They know they're playing in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, yeah? Now look, competition for places, yeah? They have to perform, otherwise they lose the shirt. It's as simple as that, yeah? And that breeds winners, yeah? I said to you guys before, and I'll say it again, right? Because sometimes people have a habit of forgetting, or some other guy says it and they take all the credit. No, yeah? We've been saying for time, all this about, how does it feel to be wrong? I'm not wrong. I've said to you guys, Arsenal need to invest in winners. Invest in characters. All this youngster with potential. 5 years, he's going to be the next Thierry Henry, the next big thing. No. Right? Invest in winners. Look what happens. Zinchenko, winner. Jesus, winner. Yeah? When you look at the prices that we paid for these guys as well, let's be honest, guys, we didn't break the bank for these two. But look at what they've brought with them. Yeah? People, small-minded fans, all they see is what they do on the pitch. Yeah, I see a bigger picture. It's not for me. It's not just about what they do on the pitch. It's what they bring. It's the experience, the mindset, guys. My favourite words, and I make no excuse or apology for saying this on any of my streams. Yeah, and I know you might get bored of me saying this. I've always made what's my favourite word? Mindset. Yeah, this winner. Yeah, settle for no less than that. Winners. We invested in two of them, and look, yeah, I'm not saying that these two are the only reason why we are at the top of the league and have been there for the vast majority of the season, but what I'm saying is that is one big factor. There are many factors as to why we're up there, but that is definitely one factor as well. We've brought in two winners, right? Two winners with a mindset, yeah? They're not weak. They're not soft, yeah? I see Zinchenko taking a shot, or he makes a bad pass, or he overhits the pass, and you see he's so angry with himself. He loses it sometimes. You see him having to go at himself. Right? It means a lot to him. But when he's on the touchline, when he's on the subs bench, and Arsenal score, he's the first one to get up and run to the corner flag to celebrate with the boys. Guys, we don't see this. We haven't seen this over the years. We haven't. And when I'm seeing guys like that, Jesus has been out for God knows how long. I'm seeing him on the bench getting involved in the celebrations, right? Honestly, guys, you're seeing Arteta animated on the touchline. If you look behind him, Jesus doing the same thing. It's like we've got two managers on the touchline. I love stuff like that. I'm sorry, I do. I always have. Because you know what? You can't beat players who care. You can't. You just can't beat it. I'm sorry, you can't. Yeah? Winners. We've proven it works. Arsenal, my message to you, listen to Diesel. This summer, go and get more. Go and get more. Get characters. I'm telling you now, we will not have it as easy next season as what we have this season. I'm telling you now, go and build in the summer. Don't settle. Don't rest on your laurels. Yeah? Because we've got an opportunity here to dominate. And I genuinely believe if we make the signings in the summer, but the right signings, my God, if you think what we're seeing this year is impressive, can you imagine next year? Yeah, because I still think this team have got gears to go up. I really do. This isn't it. This isn't the finished article. Listen, we're loving what we're seeing, right? We're winning games, and we're winning games with a certain style. We're playing champagne football, the intricate passes. I'm loving it, guys. It's proper football. Yeah, but make no mistake, there are gears we can still go up to. Yeah, this ain't it. Yeah, there is more to come. There is more we can achieve. There is more, a higher level that we can get to, in my opinion, right? The hardest thing for me, the thing that I look for the most, it's not so much what they do with a football, it's the mindset, guys. How many times have we gone 1-0 down in games, 2-0 down in games? Bournemouth, we were 2-0 down. I'm watching that game and I'm not even worried. I'm not the biggest, and that's the biggest compliment I can give to this club. I am not worried. We are 2-0 down, and I just know we are going to pull it back. I know we are. I just know. I have that feeling. I'm watching it. Terrible goal. I don't know. Yeah, we'll bounce back. Second goal. Oh, bloody hell. Come on, Arsenal. Fix up. Wake up, yeah? But, yeah, don't worry. Plenty of time. Yeah, we'll still win this one, lads. Yeah, don't worry. You just know. You just know. Carno FC, have you forgotten, Diesel? Top Gooners have said top four is more important than any cup, bruv. Do you know what? These top gooners, I want someone to explain to me what a top gooner is. What is that? Because I keep hearing the term, yeah. Someone tell me what it is, because a top gooner, if you can't be a top gooner if you have no intelligence, right? You know, if you think as anything, then for me, you can't be a top gooner. You can't be, right? You can't be. And listen, all these other YouTube channels, especially that big one over there, right? Certain people coming on with all that nonsense and crap about top four is more important than this, that, the other, or whatever. Yeah, that's the Arsene Wenger mantra. That's something I don't celebrate at all. I don't believe in it at all. Top four. I mean, what is top four, really? Yeah, everyone raves about this man, and rightly so, in parts, Arsene Wenger. Yeah, but that mentality there, I'm sorry, I will never forgive him for that. I don't care what anybody says. Legend of the club, yes. As a statue outside, yes. Cool. Yeah, because, you know, for what he achieved, totally agree with that. Yeah. However, I do not agree with the last 10 years. I do not agree him dancing a jig on the touchline on the last day of the season because we cemented top four. Yeah. For me, the man was more of an accountant than a manager. You would think it was his money. And I don't care what anybody says. It will never be proven. But he was on the take. I don't care what anybody says. When you're... Listen, he's won. Yeah? He's won trophies. You've tasted it. And I've said this before. You can't go from that. You can't go from steak every night or every year and then go back to a burger and be happy. Right? You can't. Yeah? You go from a steak to a burger, but that's not by choice. That's because you're forced to. You know, your team is not as good or whatever. Yeah? But you're angry about that. You're striving to try and get back up there. He wasn't. He was happy with a burger. He's had steak. He's gone back to a hamburger and he's happy with it. He's on the take. I'm sorry, he's on the take. Selling out, best players every season. He didn't have to do that. We're Arsenal, yeah? We're a big club. We've got bags of money. You know, people don't look into that, yeah? And it's sad. It's sad because there's a lot that goes on, yeah, that you guys would not believe. I'm telling you now, that man was on the take, but whatever. Ryan Stockley's in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Ryan. Big up Dave, my brother from another mother. I tell you what annoys me about our season. I know our squad is wafer thin and devoid of quality, but we are Arsenal. We should be approaching everything the same. Exactly. You know, the aim is to win every single game. And like I said, guys, for me personally, Caicedo in January, I'll just pay the extra 10 minutes. Just pay it. Just pay it. You know, the one thing that does annoy me about this club is the transfer strategy. Yes, we've got good players in. Trossard, I'm sorry, anyone who tells me that he was on Arsenal's radar for time, that's a load of rubbish. Yeah, he had a falling out with his manager at Brighton. We saw an opportunity and we went and nabbed him. It's as simple as that. Yeah, all this. We've been scouting him for 6 months to a year. Absolute crap. Rubbish, right? Yeah, absolute rubbish. Caicedo was a player that I believe we really, really needed. And if it was a case of we were 10 million short, just pay the 10 million. We win the league, we're getting that back. Yeah, we're getting that back. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes you have to overpay. You know, these players, especially Premier League players, they are at a premium. What worries me is that we spent the whole month really chasing Mudryk. Chelsea come in and blitz us. Then it's like a scattergun approach. Oh God, who's free? Who's free? Oh, Jorginho, he's cheap. He'll do. He'll do. Yeah, and he's been playing well. Like, no disrespect to Jorginho, but no one can tell me he was number one on our shopping list. I'm not having that. So yeah, what we tongue twist up. What we really needed was Caicedo. Yeah. Now in the summer, we definitely need to buy again. There are a few players here who we need to offload and get out the door. Deadwood, if you like. But guys, next season, Champions League, welcome back. We are back in the Champions League next season. And personally, I want to go for it. Yeah, I'm not. There's no point being in it just to make up the numbers or, oh, it's a nice day out. And no, forget all that rubbish, right? Yeah, anything I'm in, I want to win. Yeah, and Arsenal need to get a squad together in order to attack that next year. So this summer coming, right, that's what they need to do. They need to spend some dough, yeah, because I'm not content with just making up the numbers. A lot of Arsenal fans are, but I'm not. A lot of Arsenal fans are just happy to be in it. They're not really worried about winning it or trying to reach the final or whatever, or going, like knee deep in it. They're just happy to just be a part of it. And that therein lies the problem with a lot of Arsenal fans. Yeah, they don't really want for anything. Yeah, and for me, as much as Arsenal are having a great season and it's looking like we're going to do it, and oh my God, if we do, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But for me, it is a case of fish and chip paper. Right? Okay, yeah, we've won it, done, great, cool. Let's celebrate, bang, tonight. Yeah, let's get on it. Yeah, let's pull a couple of birds. Whatever we're going to do. However, next season, yeah. All this is done with. Next season, let's go one better. Let's do it again. Let's compete again. Let's win it again. Let's go in the Champions League. Let's lay a marker down. Yeah, let's make some statement signings in the summer. Let everyone know the Arsenal thing, that wasn't a one-season wonder. We are here. We are top. We are here to stay. It's that mentality, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. It is that mentality. Yeah. That mentality, always wanting more. Yeah, when I look at someone like a Sir Alex Ferguson, a born winner. Yeah, yep, we've won it last season. Don't mean anything now. This is the new season. That was last year. That's done with. Yeah, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. It's when you win, proper winners, guys. You just don't get bored of it. You don't. You still get that buzz. To win, to be the best, it's no better feeling. No one can say anything to you. Do you know what I'm saying? You can say what you want to them, but they can't say nothing to you. Honestly, guys, there's no better feeling. We've got the Dugout Football channel in here as well. Douglas, big up yourself, Doug. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Massive Liverpool fan, guys, boys and girls. So, yeah, give the Dugout Football channel a follow, please. Very nice, man. Hope you're well, mate. We've got Joel Eaton in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Joel. Joel Eaton, hey Diesel. For me, if we don't win the league this season after throwing all 3 cups away, Arteta should be sacked ASAP. And you know what? I'm totally with you. And again, guys, it's no agenda. Please get that out of your heads. I don't have no agenda towards this manager. I've always said it's nothing personal, but I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, if he doesn't win this league, he's got to go for me. There is no, don't worry, Mikel. Try your best again next year. No. 8 points ahead. 8 points in front with 10 games to go. And you can't win that. You can't get over the line with a margin like that. No, you got to go. I'm sorry, you've got to go. I don't care if people agree with me or not. That is my opinion. He's got to go. Yeah. Ryan, the way we approached the Europa, Carabao and FA Cups was so annoying compared to how we are approaching the league. And what annoys me too is how Arteta will be portrayed if we win it. Look, if we win it, he deserves. Let's be honest, guys. He deserves all that's coming to him. He does. I can't sit here and say otherwise. Because if I did, then that really would be an agenda towards this manager. However, One thing I will say is this. One thing I will say, if he wins it, which I think he will, what worries me is no matter what, if he win, look, if Arteta wins the league, if Arsenal win it, then it's irrelevant what we do next season or the season after that. He's won the league. He's won the league. He will be exempt from any criticism. Anyone says anything bad about this manager, my God, you're going to know about it. You will have a backlash of a lot of these Arsenal fans. And that is the one thing I don't agree with. I do not agree with that. I don't. I'm sorry. Yeah. Give him his props for this season and what's happening at the moment. But anyhow, we are poor next season. It's a case of, well, anything you say about this manager, yeah, but he won it last year. Yeah, but he won it last year. Yeah, but he won it last year. You know, that is what you're going to get. And that is, we all know that's coming, right? Listen, you couldn't say anything bad about this manager, right, when he was poor. Yeah, when we were doing poorly and we were bad. Could you imagine if we've won the league? It's going to be double bubble, right? We've got Tony Neri in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Tone. Up you well, mate. We've got Kabir Adden in the chat as well. 32 people watching. Thank you very much. Guys, massive ask. Please just smash the like button. I'd really appreciate that if you guys don't mind. We'll try and get to 50 minimum if that's okay with you guys. Footy chats, Fax Diesel. If we was to win the league, I want to retain it. That's something we haven't been able to do. And do you know what? Why not? I say this all the time. What is the harm in being ambitious? Why do people like, what's the word? If you're ambitious, it's like I don't know. It's like people like condemn you like for being like that. And I've never understood it. I don't get it. You know, it's if you win something, do it bigger and better next year. And then do it bigger and better the year after that. You know, for me, that is, listen, if we have that mindset, right, don't get this twisted, guys. If Arsenal have that mindset, I'll tell you something, it's possible. Possible, but they have to come correct in the summer. They have to. Stephen Baverstock in the chat as well. Stephen, hope you're good, mate. Big up, Diesel. Sorry I'm late, but I hope you're good. No, anytime, mate. They're late, they're never, right? We've got Taib in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Taib. We've got Mr. Waffle in the chat. Big up, Diesel. It's been a while. I hope you're good, bro. Yeah, mate. If you're well, I'm well. You know that. Stephen, we have to win the league this season. As if we don't win anything this season, then for me, it's unacceptable. We surely have to win something this team this season, or it's a wasted season. Can you imagine, guys? We've been up top, yeah, for God knows how long this season, only to lose it at the final hurdle. That to me, this whole season was an absolute waste. Yeah, and look, I know a lot of Arsenal fans. If just say Man City do pip us and they win it, and we finish second. Yeah, a lot of these Arsenal fans are going to be so happy with that. That, oh well, we tried. Don't matter. We finished second. I didn't make us top four. We finished second. It's still a successful season. That is what you'll get. No, it's not. No, it's not a successful season. That is an absolute piss poor season. Yeah, but we've won all these games. We played the best football in the league. Come on, Dees. Come on, man. Nah. No. You just know what you're going to hear. You just know the responses that you're going to get. It is a poor season. I'm sorry. It is. Craig, we must keep hold of Tierney. Listen, I was one of the very few who was open to selling Kieran Tierney, only because, not because of his ability, because I think he's quality, but he's just always injured. And I don't care how much I like a player, or love a player, or respect a player. If you're always on the treatment table, I don't want you. Now this season, obviously, he's not been injured, but to be fair, he's not played really. If he had played, would he have been injured more? That's the question. And I think for his sake, and again, look, I said this before, Zinchenko, I don't know why, but of all the players of Arsenal to get stick, he gets his fair share of stick. Zinchenko. I don't understand why. I really like this player. I'm sorry. I really like him. Has he had bad games? Yes. Has he been caught out of position on occasions? Yes. But it's like I'm seeing a lot of Arsenal fans beating this guy with a permanent stick, and it's everything he does wrong, every bad pass he makes, they're on him, they're on him, they're on him. And I don't understand. The same fans who were loving this guy at the start of the season. I just don't get it. I really like him. He's one of the most intelligent players that I've seen in a long while. You know, I love the way he plays for us. I love the passion he shows. I love the way he makes a mistake and he beats himself up over it. He don't make a mistake and think, oh, well, whatever. No. You know, he makes a mistake. It hurts him. It hurts him. You can see it. You know, and for me, I like him. I do. I've always liked Zinchenko. I think he's a very underrated player. I really do. Even with large sections of Arsenal fans, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. I really don't. I do like Tierney. If I was Tierney, I would go. He's too good to be on the bench for me. And I think he will. I personally, I can see Newcastle coming in for him. I've heard rumours about that. That Eddie Howe is looking at him. He's going to make a bid. And to be honest with you, you know he's going to get into that first team. He'll get in ahead of Dan Burn. Easy. And I like Dan Burn. But I think Tierney's a better player. He's a better left back. So I think he might go, if I'm honest, guys. I really do. I think this is the summer he'll go. No hard feelings. He just wants to play. It's as simple as that. Oh, blimey, Doug. Diesel, hope you are well, my friend. I'm becoming a dad in September. I'm so excited. Girl, welcome to the club, or soon to be. Well done, Douglas. Go on, son. Go on. Finally breeded her up, eh? Yeah. No, mate, all joking aside, listen, mate, congratulations. I didn't know, mate. I had no idea. September, listen, that's not far away, mate. So, yeah, do what I did, man. Just stock up on nappies and, God, what else was it we bought? Nappies and the cotton wool things, whatever, the balls, cotton balls or whatever. Just stock up, man. Whenever you see an offer on nappies and stuff, lotion, all that, stock up. Trust me, you will go through it like anything. Stock up now. Don't wait until the baby comes and then buy it. Do it now. There are deals all over the place. Start looking and start stocking up. That's my advice to you. Big up to Rodney France. Oh, Rodney Francois. See, you know, I've been about, Rodney. I've been about, bruv. I can talk the lingo. Rodney, Diesel, the new generation of footballers, some come for money, and Mikel, like Boyako, was rewarded for hard work. Do you know what? That reminds me, actually. Enough about Arsenal, because I do want to touch on this Antonio Conte thing. And I'm going to do that now. In fact, before I do that, let me just quickly put these comments up. The Dugout Football, Doug, congratulations on becoming a dad. Thanks, Craig. Lovely. Mudryk is an example of love of money. I agree with you 10,000%. I've been saying this for years. Come on. Jaminho is in the chat as well. Evening, Diesel. I hope you're well, mate. Shami D, look, he says it himself. Zinchenko and Jesus has upped the levels. Jaminho, good question. If you could only make one realistic signing this summer, who would it be? Ooh. One. Do you know what? I've got... See, you say realistic. That's the key word there. Let's have a think. For what we need, I do like Caicedo, man. I do. I've watched him a lot for Brighton. I've seen him live twice. I just think he's brilliant. I think for what we need, I'd like him. Look, my thing is, right, we need a DM, another one, and that would be Caicedo. But we also need a striker, in my opinion. Don't rate Eddie. Never have, never will. Don't think he's good enough. He's been found out. Whatever. He went through a phase. He was scoring goals. Yeah, fair play to him. Don't rate him at all. Jesus, I love Jesus. Quality player. He just don't get enough goals for me. Now, listen, this season, not been too bad, because goals have been spread about. But I can't see us carrying on like that. I do think at some point we need to invest in a banger. I really do. And you know what? The one that comes to mind, and I really like this guy, is Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. I think he plays for Napoli. Every time I watch this guy, I just think, Christ, he's electric, man. And I think he'd be a great fit for us. I really do. But look, we say realistic. He's going to be a king's ransom, and we know what Arsenal are like. I'd like to think if we win the league and we're in the Champions League, that does open the door potentially to a higher caliber of player than what we've been used to over the years. And I do think Arsenal need to make look. We've been out of the Champions League for a long while now. We are back in it. For me, because we're back in it, to announce that Arsenal are back in the Champions League, me personally, I think Arsenal need to make at least one big statement signing in the summer. And if we do, Victor Osimhen. Yeah. Now, look, I just want to touch on the Declan Rice thing, because I know a lot of Arsenal fans are saying that it's more or less a done deal. People have asked me, and I think I did a stream with Northside, big up to Northside as well. He asked me, I think we did it on his channel a while back, and he asked me about Declan Rice. Would I spend 100 million on Declan Rice? The answer is no. I think Declan Rice is very overrated. Now, don't mistake what I'm saying. I like him. I think he's a good player. I think he's a very good player. But people are really overhyping this guy. I'm sorry. I'm hearing people saying, oh, my God, he's amazing. Oh, my God, wow, he's world class. Oh, my God, he's the best player I've seen in years. Wow. No, not for me. Not for me. Could he get there? Yeah, potentially. I wouldn't say no to Declan Rice. Of course not. I think he's a very good player. But I do think he's very overhyped. I'm sorry. I really do. I don't see what a lot of other people are seeing. He's a good player, yes. Could he get better in a better team? Yes. Is he the best player at West Ham? Yes. Is he worth 100 million? No. Is he overhyped? Yes. If you ask me at the two, him or Caicedo, I'll take Caicedo. Easy. I just think he's got more to his game, Caicedo. And listen, and I'll tell you another thing as well. Declan Rice, for me, although he's the captain, I'm seeing some of these West Ham games, and they are crying out for that leader to be the leader of the ship, like on that pitch. Who's the man who's going to try and get us out of this? Who's the man who's going to organise and try and get us? So who's going to be the David Moyes on that pitch? He's got the armband, and I'm not seeing him leading anything. I'm not seeing him being. For me, he's not a captain. He's the best player. He's got the name at West Ham. Cool, whatever. He ain't no captain for me. Mark Noble pisses over him all day long in terms of captaincy. But look, he's a good player. I've got a feeling Arsenal are going to get him. I really do. Which I wouldn't be upset with. Like, don't get me wrong, but I do kind of have my heart set on Caicedo. So we have to see what happens there. But I do have a feeling that something's more or less done with Declan Rice. I do, because I know Arteta is a fan of his. Rodney, right, let me read this. I am from the old school. I saw the Invincibles, and top four is what the chairman wanted. Wenger was given a bonus for top four by Conte. Yeah, he got paid out on that. I really do believe that, mate. Really do. I really hope we win this league. Yep, I think we will. Cronke's finances 10 billion. His wife from Walmart, who was richer than him, by the way. Walmart is worth more than her husband. Yeah, she's worth more. Niall Kane in the chat. Big up yourself, Niall. Hope you're well, mate. Come on, you're on about the intro, aren't you? Big up Steezel's back, and he ain't going nowhere. Yep, love it. Come on, Niall. Great to see you back on the stream. The top gaffer. Come on, my bro. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Cliff, go on, Diesel. Hope you're well, Cliff. Hope you're good, mate. We've got Mike England in the chat as well. Hope you're good, Mike. 23 likes. Guys, come on. That's just piss poor, that. Bit more, please. Bit more. Dominic Buckner. Yes, Diesel. Come on, Dom. Hope you're well, mate. GT Playboy. Big up, Diesel. Sick name, by the way. Hope you're well. Mr. Waffle. Jizz all over Arteta's face if we win the league. Well, we all know one person who will be jizzing over his face if we win the league or don't win the league. And we all know who that is. By the way, hope you're well, Terence. Hope you're watching, mate. Love it. Come on. By the way, I did text him earlier on saying that I miss him and he needs to hurry up and come on. He's not responded to me yet. So, yeah, when he does, I'll let you guys know. You'd think with Arsenal, like with the title being in sight, 10 games left and we're 8 points clear, you'd think he'd be begging me to come on the channel, right? Weird, strange, I don't know. But anyway, Joanne, I love Tierney, he's my favourite. I just want to quickly get through these ones. I do want to touch on the Antonio Conte one because I've got some hard-hitting facts for these Spurs fans. And I'm really looking forward to it. Jarina, here's a fun fact. Tierney and Zinchenko have both missed 90 games in their career through injury, but Tierney is the injury-prone one. Yeah, Zinchenko does have a bit of history with injuries as well, doesn't he? I must admit. Cliff, I love Zinchenko too, but he ain't no left back. He is a midfielder. He spends all of his time in midfield. He's going to be a liability going forward. Tierney should be left back and Zinni and Xhaka should alternate. Yeah, do you know what? That's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. Because as well as Xhaka's playing, and I did a couple of weeks ago, I did say to you guys about Xhaka, my God, listen, I've criticised that man left, right and centre over the years he's been here. Was it 6 years? I think he's been here, 6, 7 years. And obviously what he did with the swearing at the fans and throwing the armband, and if I had my way, guys, he would not be at the club. The day he did that, he'd have been gone. I would have sold him. He would have been out the club. I would have put him in the reserves and really embarrassed this guy. That's what I would have done. That's just me. But I've got to say, I've fallen back in love with him a little bit. I say back, I was never in love with him anyway. But this season, there's just something about Xhaka I really like. And, you get those players, you don't want to like them, but you can't help it. You do. That shithousery he's got, the fact that, a teammate is in trouble. The first one on the scene is him. I just love that he doesn't shirk anything. And I like players like that. I like players who have got, you've got their back, if that makes sense. And he's playing well, and we're seeing a side of him that we've not seen since he's been here. And again, we can say, look, well, where's that been? Just seems to me like a slight tactical tweak. And all of a sudden, we're seeing this player right before our eyes, this season, and he's been one of our best players. However, having said that, what you're saying, Cliff, makes sense because Xhaka, I mean, he's not a young, spring chicken anymore. What is he, 31, 32? So, he's getting on, and it would be interesting to alternate between those two, give Xhaka a rest and put Zinchenko in there. Tierney is a more of a solid, dependable left back. Yeah, who obviously defensively, he is better than Zinchenko, I do agree. And he would tighten up that back four as well, especially, on that left side. And I think Martinelli would probably prefer play. I think it's better for him knowing that Tierney's behind him as well. So it makes sense. It makes sense. So I do agree with you there. Speaking of legends, Jez Collins, a.k.a. Jesus, is in the chat as well. Evening Diesel, the real one. Jez, I hope you're well, mate. Love you. Love you. Jez, we've got to do a stream soon. I'm back. I'm here. I'm here to stay. whenever you're ready. I'll come on yours, you come on here, whatever. I don't care what platform we're on, as long as I'm with you, because I love you. So, Jez, whenever you're ready, mate, let me know. Come on, love you, and I hope you're well. I hope you're good. And please, anyone who's rare, because I think everyone who follows me follows Jez, but just in case you don't, give Jez a follow, please. Arsenal, the history, and more. Type that in YouTube. Up comes his channel. There you go. Boom. Evening, Jez. Love it. Love it. Jez, the real legend in the chat. Big up, mate. Up your well. Come on. See, Jez, they all love you, bruv. They all love you, Jez. That's what I'm saying. Come on. Real Arsenal. Come on. Top man. Top man. Osimhen is a baller. I'll tell you, Osimhen. If Arsenal get Osimhen, I'm telling you now. What? Woo! Oh, goals galore next season, I'm telling you. MQ live in the chat. Big up yourself. MQ, up you well, mate. Hope you're good. Yeah, look, a few of you do actually agree with me. I say raid Napoli. I rate... Oh, Jamina, man, what are we doing to me? Let me try it. Kvaratskhelia, yeah? Was that right? Well, that's close. But we don't need a winger. I think Osimhen is the one to go for, to be honest. Guys, I can see Chelsea going in hard for this guy next season. I really, in the summer. I've just got a feeling they're gonna go in for him, and Todd Bowley's just going to put some serious wedge down. I really do. Jaminho, Declan Rice is an overrated snake. Oh, there you go. Come on. Come on. Joanne Smith, I love rice. Well, rice pudding. It's funny you say that, because today in Tesco's, I bought vanilla extract because I've got pudding rice and I want to make it. I don't know how to make it, so I've had to watch a YouTube video on how to make it. And they all keep saying you need to put in vanilla extract because it just makes the flavour amazing. So, yeah, it's funny you say that, because I'm going to be making that, probably tomorrow now. Just a little bit of info for you. Don't know why I said that. I'm so sorry. Jez, the Dugout Football Channel, congrats to you. Great news, mate. Come on. Welcome to the Daddy Club, Douglas. Mate, listen, I'll tell you now, Doug, if you're still watching, mate, that's going to change your life in more ways than one. I can assure you now, people have probably told you this already, that day or night, the minute your baby is born, your outlook on life changes. You are now no longer living for you. You are living for your little one. And don't let anybody tell you different. Yeah? The one thing I would say, mate, get your sleep in now, because from September onwards, you won't even know what sleep is, bruv. So, yeah, that's the only drawback. But listen, all the good stuff far outweighs the bad, man. Trust me. You'll love it, mate. Yeah, and you're a top bloke as well, Doug. Yeah, you're going to make a good dad, bruv. Like, well done to you and the missus, man. And I really mean that. Yeah, hand on heart. I genuinely mean that. Yeah, good people. Kai Shifter as well. Big up yourself, Kai Diesel. Do you agree with West? Right, okay. Right. Any Spurs fans in the chat? Is there anyone here who's Spurs? I just really want to get someone's take on it. Diesel, do you agree with what Conte did? Because I do. What a press conference, one for the archives. Okay, right. Let me just quickly tick my list. Arsenal, spoken about that, done. Conte outburst. Right, this is where I'm going to have a bit of a rant here, because this really bugs me. Right, do I agree? Yeah, with what Conte did? 100% yes. Yes, I do. I do. Care not. Woo! Right? And here's why, yeah? I'm sick and tired of seeing pundits on TalkSport, whether it be Martin Keown, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy, two lucky footballers, or two lucky men who happen to be footballers, who happen to have a career in professional football. 1-0, by the way, ain't all that. And yet they can sit on that channel, on that station, yeah, and have a comment about him, that player there, him over there. The things that they were saying about Ronaldo, the things I've heard them say about Roy Keane. I'm sorry. You're talking about winners. What did you two ever win? Nothing. You're talking big and flash like you've been there, you've done that. You did nothing, my friends. Nothing at all. Antonio Conte is a winner. I don't care what anybody tells me. This man is a winner. He's gone to a club who don't win. He's gone to a club where there is no mentality whatsoever. They've had Antonio Conte. Listen, guys, right? Put Antonio Conte on the left, put Mourinho on the right. Put them together and count the amount of trophies that these two have won. I'm telling you now, it is no coincidence, right, that they've had good managers go in there and not been able to have won anything. All this rubbish about what Terence comes out with about, Mourinho can't be all that. He didn't win anything there. Conte can't be all that. He didn't win anything at Spurs. No, it goes deeper than that. There is a reason why they are known as Spursy, right? Spursy, yeah? And listen, this is not, I'm not, listen, yes, I'm an Arsenal fan. Yes, I love Arsenal. And yes, I don't like Spurs. Of course, I hate Man United more, by the way. Yeah? A hell of a lot more. Trust me, right? And I'm not sitting here like proper rinsing Tottenham because I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm actually talking real, yeah, on how I see it. All right, forget it's Spurs, right? Or forget, obviously, the rivalry or whatever, yeah? There is something deep-rooted, rotten in that club, yeah? They cannot win. They don't have a mindset. Conte, now look, it's very 50-50. There's a lot of people I've spoken to. I know a lot of Spurs fans. I work with a lot, right, who are of the opinion, yeah, he was right. He was right in what he said. I agree with some of the points he made, but he can't talk to the press like, he can't throw those players under the bus like that. Well, let me tell you something now, guys. Us as fans, right, the one thing we always moan about is why can't managers come out and just tell us what's really going on? Why can't they come out and speak the truth? All this, media-trained jargon, all this rubbish that we hear, all this corporate talk or whatever. No, that man is a winner. If you watch that game, every goal that Tottenham scored, watch Conte on the touchline, the way he was celebrating it. The man's a winner. He's a winner. And he's been working with a team there, yeah, who just don't know what it takes to win. Right? He's seeing these Spurs players losing games, drawing games from a winning position, and they've been drawing games. And at the full-time whistle, he's seeing his players having a laugh and a joke with the opposition. Antonio Conte's looking at that thinking, do these players not realise they've just lost this game? And they're having a laugh and a joke with the opposition. It's things like that. This is why these modern-day footballers, right, this is why I'm so hard on a lot of them. Yeah, because Antonio Conte, people forget, Antonio Conte was a class player. He was a winner as a player. And he's a winner as a manager. Do I agree with a lot of the tactics he's done at Spurs? No. Yeah. But I'm telling you now, guys, I'm telling you now, he made a point of saying the same owner for 20 years at that club. 20 years they've not won anything. Yeah. Right. Listen, his English isn't great, but what he's more or less saying is these players don't want it. Some of these players have been here since Poch was last there. Some of those players are still there. Right? Conte sees these players every single day in training. He can tell the wrong uns. He can tell the ones who don't want it. He can tell the players who are just there to pick up a paycheck. Yeah? Right? When you're winning against a team like that and then you lose a 2-goal lead, I'm sorry, and that's not the first time this season. Was he right to come out and bash those players? In my opinion, yes, he was. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm sick and tired of these players of today getting protected. Mollycoddled, yeah? In the olden days, Jez, you're still in the chat, you'll back me up on this. In the olden days, with proper managers back then, yeah, right, that used to go on. You see how Conte now says what he says, and everyone's like, oh my God, did he just say that? Wow, no, I can't believe what I've heard, yeah? Years ago, back in the day, managers were talking like that, yeah? But do you know what the difference is? These players back in the day, they were proper men. They could take a bollocking. Yeah, Spurs should have heard that and think to themselves, do you know what? Say to themselves, meet up with each other and say, do you know what? I'm not having that. Well, we're going to show him. The next game, we're going to smash him. We're going to show him that he's wrong. No, they won't do that. All they're going to want is they want him out. They'll ring up Daniel Levy on the sly and they'll say, Dan, look, I don't like him. He's got to go after that. He's out of order. He hurt us. He hurt our feelings. All this rubbish. These players now are so mollycoddled, yeah, and they cannot take a bollocking, and that's what winds me up. These are meant to be men in a big boy league at a big club. Spurs don't win anything, but they are a big club, right? Let's have it right. They are a big club, yeah? Mourinho, who I love. I know a lot of you guys don't like this guy, Mourinho. For me, I love him. He's a winner. He is a winner, yeah? For him to have gone there and not done anything, yes, he got him to a final and they sacked him a week before, which I think was absolute madness. Daniel Levy should have gone for that, right? When you're at a club and you don't win anything and you get to a final, the one manager you want managing you in a one-off final game is Jose Mourinho. He is the master of a one-off final, but yet you sack him. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. Those players have got it cushy and they've had it cushy for years, yeah? But you know what's going to happen? Everyone's now looking at Conte. These Spurs fans, let me just ask you this. Conte made, and I listened to all of it, Conte made a point of saying, these fans, they pay their money, right? They buy their tickets, they come and watch us every single week. I get paid money from the club, the players get paid. These fans buy their tickets, they follow us all over the country, they follow us here, there, and everywhere, yeah? What do fans say? Fans always make a point of I don't know what, Southampton away, Manchester away. I follow this team week in, week out. I go to every home game, every away game. I spend my hard-earned money. Right, we are in a crisis at the moment. You know, cost of living crisis. Everything's going up, and I've still managed to find my money. I've got a family. I've got 3-4 kids at home. I've got a missus. I've got to try and boil her clothes and keep her in that luxury life. But I still find my money to go and follow my team every single week. And I've gone all the way to Manchester to watch this Spurs team play, and they produced that. They produced that. They didn't even try out there, right? Antonio Conte has said the exact same thing as what you fans say. Right, spend your hard-earned money to follow this team home and away, all right, and they turn up. Well, they don't even turn up. Yeah, they put in a drab performance like that. That was what Conte said. He said the exact same thing, and you're bashing this man over it. Why? He was honest. He come out. These fans spend their hard-earned money following us, and we're not giving them their money's worth. That's more or less what he's saying. How does any fan contradict that? Because that's what we say. All fans say that. Yeah? If you're spending £100, £200, which, let's be honest, is more or less the going rate now, right? For going to a game, food, drink, travel, kids, missus, whatever. Yeah? That is big money. It's dollar. Right? It's dollar. The least you want is to be entertained. The least you want is to try and get a win. Whether Tottenham play bad or not, it doesn't matter. It's all about the 3 points. Get the points in the bag. They can't even do that. You can't be two goals up, have a 2-goal lead and blow it in that fashion. In that fashion, that was why he said, yeah, they're selfish players. They're not playing for themselves because when the pressure's on, they turn Spursy. Where does that term come from? Spursy. Where? They have a phase where they play really well and you think, oh, Tottenham's turned up. A little bit of pressure is applied, they wilt, similar to how we've been over the years. That's what Spurs do, right? A successful season for Tottenham is finishing above Arsenal. That is all they care about, yeah? The mentality over there is so wrong. You've got a manager and a winner. I've no sympathy with Spurs, with Daniel Levy, whatever. You knew what you was getting when you signed this man. Do not moan about it now. Yeah, these Spurs fans, and I've heard them on TalkSport and all these things. Oh, we want Poch back. I don't care if we lose. At least we'll be playing good football. See, fans like that mindset, I don't care if we lose as long as I see good entertaining football. You deserve nothing. You deserve to win nothing. You deserve the crap that you're seeing now. Because with a mindset like that, Daniel Levy has got you exactly where he wants you. You don't care about winning. You just want to see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 passes strung together. That's all you want to see. Yeah, very similar to a lot of these Arsenal fans, right? It's like going to the theatre now. Going football is like the theatre. You just want to be entertained. Even if we lose 4-3, you've gone to a game, you've seen 7 goals, you've gone to the pub, you've had a couple of pints with the lads, you go home, you got your money's worth. That is exactly what it is. And that is exactly what these Spurs fans are like as well. Honestly, I swear to God, guys, go and see it for yourselves. The majority of them, if we lose, I don't even care if we lose. I just want to see better football, right, than what this guy's playing. At least with Poch, he plays attractive football. Attractive football, that's all we want. We don't care for anything else. We don't want anything else. We don't want anything more. We just want to go to a game, get our money's worth, be entertained, see a few goals and go, I'm happy. That is exactly what, I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the wrong in here. Maybe I'm the alien. I don't know. But with a mindset like that, my God, why would Daniel leave it? What you're putting no pressure on this club. All he's got to do is sack Conte, give the keys to Poch, and you guys are happy. He doesn't care what Poch does, whether he wins or not. He got you to a final. Wow, great. But what did he win? Yeah, but he plays the Tottenham way. What's the Tottenham way then? What is that? What did you win playing the Tottenham way? I have a lot of West Ham fans, a lot of friends who are West Ham fans who say that. Yeah, don't want Moyes. I want someone else. We want someone who's going to come in and play the West Ham way. Cool. But what is the West Ham way? What did the West Ham way get you? What did you win via the West Ham way? Spurs, what have you won playing the Tottenham way? Tell me. Someone tell me. I'll sit here and wait until you tell me. I don't know. What is it? Seriously, a lot of these fans are so obsessed with entertaining football. They don't care about winning. They don't care about trophies. They don't. They just want their money's worth. And I'm telling you guys, when I say about football being like the theatre, it literally is that now. It is that. It's no longer a football match anymore. It's entertainment. You want to go and be entertained. Win, lose or draw is irrelevant. You just want to go and be entertained. You want to go and see goals. If you lose 4-3, 5-3, 6-3, it doesn't matter. You've seen goals. You've watched an exciting game. And that, for me, is where, I'm sorry, I have no sympathy for these guys. I don't. I'm not saying Antonio Conte is perfect, yeah? Was he a bit harsh in what he said? For me, when you're a winner and you go to a club who don't want to win, listen, it's bigger. In my opinion, it's bigger than just what we're seeing on the pitch. There is something going on in the back room there. I don't know what it is. No one comes out like that, yeah? That is not a one-off over that game. That is a build-up. For me, that is a build-up. He sees these players every single day in training. He knows the ones who want it. He knows the ones who don't want it. Yeah? Simple as that. There are players there who are literally just there to make up the numbers and pick up their money. Half of that lot, right, are not worth a pot to piss in. They're not. Yeah? The worst players in that side are multi-millionaires. And that was another thing I think Conte was getting to as well. These players, some of them players there, bear in mind who Conte has managed. Bear in mind some of the class players he's managed under him. Bear in mind the world-class players he's played alongside when he was a player years ago. He's come to this, and he must be seeing players there who aren't worth anything. And they're multi-millionaires. They're on big, big money. And he must be looking at it thinking, how is he on 150 grand? He's crap. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry. There comes a time where, listen, these players, for me, and it's not just these Spurs players in general, in today's game, they're too protected. They are too protected. I'm sorry. They want to take all the praise, but they don't want to take any criticism. No, right? We can all lose a game. It's how you lose. Do you know what I mean? Put in the required effort, right? So for me, Antonio Conte is 100% right. He doesn't want to be there. He's asking for the sack. He won't walk because we all know he'll lose millions if he does that. He's put himself in a position where he doesn't want to be there. He don't want to be there, right? He's begging to be sacked. Yeah, he's begging to be sacked. And for me, I'll be totally honest. I think he's too big for him. I think he's too big. They're not a club who want to win. They're not. They say that. They say they want to win, but they don't. Mourinho was there. I'm sorry. That man's won everywhere he's been. Do not tell me, oh, it's a one. No, Conte now goes there. Two of the best managers I've seen. Two of the best managers in this era. and both of them, nah, it can't be the managers. See, when you see things like that, guys, it gets to a point where like it can't just be the managers now. It can't. It can't. There's got to be more to it. There's got to be more to it. Yeah. And block this prig. Whatever. Yeah, I did want Conte. Listen, Conte's a world-class manager. I don't care what anybody says. He's a top manager. I like winners. Sorry, people are judging him because listen, I don't know anyone who can go into a side like that and win. It's deep-rooted. There is a mentality problem at that club. That term Spursy comes from somewhere. Someone didn't just wake up one day, make it up. Oh, let's call him Spursy. No. That is over the years of them always close but no cigar. That's what it is with Spurs. Close but no cigar. It's always that. Yeah. They don't have the mindset or the mentality. They're not a club who want to win. They need a complete clear out. And that brings me on to Harry Kane, right? Let me just say this as well, because I like her. As a player, I think he's a quality player. I really do. Right? He must listen, I've lost respect for Harry Kane anyway. Anyway, right? Because he's still there. Yeah. Anyhow, he must be looking at all this mess and thinking, I need to get out of it. He must do. Anyhow, he stays there beyond the summer. If next season he's still at Spurs, I'll tell you something now. Yeah, all this rubbish I'm hearing about, I feel sorry for Harry Kane. All that he's done for the club. I feel really sorry. He deserves a trophy. No, he don't. No, he don't deserve nothing. If he stays there, right, that tells me he's one selfish player. All he cares about is breaking the goal scoring record. That is it. He ain't bothered about trophies. He's not. He's a selfish player. Selfish. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know to a degree you've got to be when you're a goal scorer. But surely the ultimate goal is to win trophies, right? You know, because it's Harry Kane, because he's the poster boy of English football, he gets a pass. Anyone else come out and was being like that or whatever, they get damned. But no, it's Harry Kane. This guy gets off with anything, right? I'm sorry. No, selfish. You need to go and you can't have a career like that with yes, you broke Jimmy Greaves' record. Cool. But you've not won a trophy. One of the best number 9s in world football, and you've won nothing. I'm sorry, guys. For me, that is a severe lack of ambition. That is a severe lack of ambition. I'm sorry, I don't care. Right? For me personally, I think he's left it too late, but whatever. He's got to go this summer. At the latest, he's got to go in the summer. He's got to. So yeah, to your question, guys, a bit of a long-winded one, but yeah, to your question, Kai, I think Conte was right, mate. Conte said that he's been holding this all back for a while, and finally he exploded. You know what it is, Kai, right? I always said, right, and you know, you guys will tell me if you agree or not. I've always made a point of there are certain players I've seen over the years, so I honestly thought would make really good managers, right? And one of them, the main one for me, was Roy Keane. I honestly thought, watching this player, and I used to love Roy Keane. Love him. Right? He's always made my Premier League side. But watching him play, I honestly thought, you know what? He is the next Alex Ferguson. He is, like, for me, like the mentality, that winning mindset, everything about him, right? And he couldn't do it. And there's certain players for me, I look at and I think there's more to it than, it's like Gerrard. You know, Gerrard's another one. You know, I thought, yeah, do you know what? I can see Gerrard being a really good manager. The problem, I believe, and this should, look, you guys might disagree. The problem, I believe, is I don't think it's just them. You know, people are saying, like Frank Lampard's crap, Gerrard ain't all that, and Roy Keane, he couldn't cut it. I don't think it's more or less a case of cut and cut it. I just think these players of today, you know, you can't. managers like a George Graham, those, Sir Alex Ferguson. I don't think Sir Alex Ferguson could manage in today's football world. I don't think he could, because it's changed now. These players, they're all pampered now. Like, they're not men. They're not proper men. Martin Keown makes me cringe whenever I watch him on TalkSport. I think he's absolutely useless. I think he's probably the worst on there, right? The way he gets bullied, right, by Jim White and Simon Jordan is just, I think it's hilarious. He's getting mugged off and he don't even realise it. That's how stupid the geezer is. But as a player, I loved Martin Keown. Loved him. Proper man. Could have a rag, could have a tear up. And I'm looking at these players now of today. And if you did these players of today versus those players back then, the players back then, in my opinion, would piss all over this lot now. And I genuinely believe that. These managers can't manage because they're dealing with players who just don't have the same mindset as what the Roy Keanes did years ago. Yeah, they've played under quality managers, Sir Alex Ferguson, like being one of them. So they've obviously learnt a lot of Sir Alex. So when these guys then go into when they hang up their boots and go into management, there's a lot of maybe Sir Alex Ferguson in him, because obviously day in, day out working under that man. But you have to understand, the players of today, you have to be a manager, you have to be a therapist, you have to be a Samaritan, you have to be Frank, you have to be You can't just be a manager anymore. Do you get what I mean? Even like when Paul Pogba was at Man United and him and Mourinho had that row, and Paul Pogba turned to Mourinho and went, "Don't talk to me, go through my agent." I mean, when was that a thing back in the day? It was never a thing. Don't talk to me, go through my agent. What are you talking about? I'm standing here, you're standing there, let's have a chat. Let's go in the office and air it out. That's how it was back in the day. Now it's not like that. You want to talk to me, go through my agent. What? And this is what I'm saying, guys. This is where it's going. This is where it is. And I think it's not so much these managers not cutting it anymore. I just personally think the football world has changed. I think players of today are too mollycoddled and too protected, in my opinion. I think what Conte said, I think Conte was bang on. I think listen, every week, no. But every now and again, I think it's healthy for a manager to come out and say things like that, because now the pressure's on those players. And do you know what, guys? Everyone's bashing Conte at the moment, right? Bashing him. No one's really said, well, hang on a minute. It's all about now. How are these players going to respond? How are they going to respond? Are they going to come out unified and think, you know what? He's wrong about us. He's wrong about us. Our next game, watch. Yeah, we're not going to hide. Yeah, we're going to come out and we're going to fight. Yeah. Can anyone honestly look at this Spurs side and think, yeah, that's going to rile them up and that's going to get a positive reaction? Yeah. No. All they're going to do now is, Daniel, I didn't like what Conte said. It really upset me and the lads. We'd prefer it if he wasn't here. And can you please bring Poch back? Because we like Poch. We get on with him. Like, he looks after us, his mates. He'd never talk bad about us to the press. It's things like that. Weak. Cowards. Yeah? Soft. That's what I see. If a manager said that about me, okay, have your moment now. See the next game, you're going to see a different Diesel. Watch. Yeah, and make him eat his words. Because these Spurs fans, these Spurs players, if they really look at it, right, if they can obliterate that whoever they're playing in their next game, how's he going to look? They could shut this guy up. If from now to the end of the season, they all meet up and they say to themselves, you know what? Right, we've got 10 games left. Yeah, for these 10 games, first of all, let's shut him up. Yeah, we're this, we're that, we're selfish. Let's show the whole world, yeah, that we are anything but what he said. Let's show the whole country that we are anything but selfish. Let's show the whole country that we are unified. We are a team. Solidarity among brothers, this, that, the other. Yeah? These next 10 games, let's put it all in, lads. And let's make a statement here. Yeah? That, if I was Harry Kane being the captain, yeah, that is what he should. He should rally those players together. They all come round to Harry's house and he sits them all down. And that is what he should say to him. We've got 10 games now. He's mugged us off. Right, he's embarrassed us. Now the whole world thinks we're soft. Everyone thinks we're selfish. Everyone thinks we're this. Everyone thinks we're that. Let's show everyone that we're not. Let's show everyone that these next 10 games, we're going to turn up and we're going to do something. Yeah? Let's shut him up. Yeah? And that is how you respond. That is how proper players, big men respond. You don't sit in the corner and cry about what your manager said. No, forget him. I'm going to shut him up. Yeah, you're going to see something. Watch. These next 10 games, we're going to fly. And put it all in. Put it all. Even if you lose, put it all in. Every single game. Will they do that? No. Spurs won't do that because they're Spurs. They're Spursy. Right? That's how you respond. This lot, soft as anything. And for that reason, that is why Conte, for me, was 100% right. I'm telling you now, 100% right. Yeah? Because now, what he's done now is everyone's now watching this Spurs side. Everyone's watching these players. Yeah? If they sack Conte, people think the problem's gone away. No, it ain't. The problem is deep-rooted. Yeah? Whether Conte's there or not, whether Mourinho was there or not, there is something from within that club that prohibits them from winning anything. Yeah? Has Conte made mistakes? Of course he has. Yeah? I'm not going to say he's perfect. Of course he's not. Yeah? But there were problems there before the man got there. Let's be real. They haven't won anything in God knows how many years. So, nah. Is Conte the problem? No. The problem was there before the man got there. Boom! Come on! Right, what else? Craig, Tottenham need a captain like Diesel. Come on, Craig. Am I wrong though, bruv? Am I wrong? Come on, man. Seriously, guys, in the chat, am I wrong? Will M. Hooper is in the chat. Big up yourself, Will. Will I am. Come on. Bollocks, Mr. Stream. Tottenham are a poison chalice. They aren't on our level. Never have been. On us, I'm still mad we're at Europa. We were more than capable of doing the double. Of course, exactly, Will. Exactly. That's what I said. I'm going to go for everything. But like a lot of Arsenal fans, it's one or the other. Can't have both. You can only pick one. Right, what a load of absolute tosh. Tosh. Kai, I'm glad you said this, Kai, because I'm a massive fan of Andrew Tate. Diesel's the new Andrew Tate. Top G. Come on. Big up yourself, Kai. Listen, do you know what? I was going to do a stream on Andrew Tate, but because he's such a controversial figure, I didn't know. I don't know. I might still do one. I love the guy. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I think he is exactly what we need. I think he's 100% innocent. Yeah, what is it? 60, 90 days now that he's been in. Is it 30-day detention? Is that what it's called? Now, guys, if he's guilty, can I just listen? I've got a mate, right, called John. He's probably watching this right now. Yeah, and his thing is, you get these people who believe everything that they read, right? And I'm anything but that. I look into it. I do research. I don't watch the news and believe it. I don't get a copy of The Sun or The Mirror, read something and believe it. I look deeper. And yes, he got arrested. Trafficking and this, that, the other. Oh my God! What a bad man! Oh my God! Oh, well, here's this. Answer me this then. To this day, he's been inside for what? I think it's the third time that they've extended it to another 30 days. So what's it, 90 days? 90 days? I'm sure it's been that long. If he is guilty and they found stuff, why do they need to keep extending it for 30 days? Where's the evidence? Surely he's guilty, right? So if he's guilty and they filmed themselves storming through his house, so that legally they should not have done. I don't know how they got around that, because that's against the law. I'm sure that is. You can't do that. That's invasion of privacy, right? But whatever. Yeah, the police have their own rules. Where's the evidence? to storm someone's house, you must have something concrete on this man. But yet you keep extending it to 30 days, another 30 days, another 30 days, another 30 days. Right? He, in my opinion, got too powerful, got too influential, and he was exposing a lot of things, yeah, and they needed him to shut up. And that's why they've done this. I honestly, hand on heart, believe that. I think the guy is 100% innocent. I think he's absolutely brilliant. The world is soft as anything now. Men are soft as anything now. They are, right? I know a lot of them. Nice enough guys, but they're little pussies now, yeah? They're not old school, like myself and a few of you guys. They're not, yeah? Makes me laugh is you get these women, oh, I just want to find an old school gent. I just want to find an old school man who's going to look after me and, you know, smack my ass as I walk through and open the door for me and be courteous. And well, I'm sorry, girls, but those guys are rare nowadays. I'm sorry. You know, this generation of men is I don't know what it is. But when Andrew Tate says, yeah, look, I've had loads of messages from women sort of saying, you know, I love how you are and I love how, you know, your mindset and what you say about certain things. And you know what? I actually believe that because I don't care what anybody tells me, right? A woman, at the end of the day, a woman likes a bloke to be a bloke. At the end of the day, they do, yeah? I know so many women who have got a doormat of a fella. You know, got a boyfriend who's a doormat, or they're seeing this guy and he's an absolute doormat. And for the first month, the girl loves it because she clicks, she jumps, and you know, she tells him to jump. He says how high, and he's having that power. For the first month, they love it. After a while, the girl starts getting bored because it's like this guy. He's not a man. He's not a man. Like a girl will say, do you know what? Call me a name. Call me an honourable name. I don't care. Just give me something back. Argue with me. Oh, just give me an argument. Give me something. At the moment, yes, darling. Yes, darling. Yes, darling. I'm sorry. I don't know any woman who would like that in a man. I don't. Yeah. I know a lot of girls who how can I put this? I know. Look, us men. Let's have it right. Yeah. Us men, we just want an easy life, yeah, right? And obviously, you know, there are relationships where, yes, you will have your little arguments here and there. I've certainly done it, guys. Yeah, we can argue over something. I know I'm right. But you know what? I can't be bothered with all the, you know, like, once they go, they don't shut up, do they, right? So it's a case of, you know, yeah, all right, babe. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Sorry, baby. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I just want to shut her up, right? So sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture, guys, and be smart about it and think to yourself, do you know what? I'll let her have this one. All right, whatever. Yeah. However, saying that, there is also a time where you have to put your foot down and say, babe, you know what? I've heard what you said. This is now now listen to what I'm saying. This ain't happening. We're doing this. End of discussion. End of. Done. Right? Now, girls I know, and they will never admit this to us. But their thing is, in their mind, they're thinking, oh, my God, he just put me in my place. And you know what? I kind of liked it. Yeah? Those are a lot. I know a lot of girls like that who say they don't. But when it comes to the crunch, yeah, they like a man to put them in their place. They do. Not every single time. Not every time. But there are a time where, right, babe, I've heard enough. I'm gonna put my foot down now. We're doing this. We're not doing that. End of discussion. All right? End it. Leave it now. I'm sorry. Girls love that. I don't care what anybody tells me. The girls love that. Yeah? Because you know what? What they're seeing is proper man, bloke, put me in my place. Yeah? He challenged me. You know what I mean? He told me what was what. Not, oh, I think we should do this, babe. What do you think? No, I'm the man. I'm putting my foot down. We're doing this. End of. Done. Right? Simple as that. They love it, guys. I'm telling you. They love it. And Andrew Tate, for me, is I just think he's brilliant. Listen, there's a lot of what I've watched I went through a phase. I didn't really know who this guy was, and I kept hearing his name. So I thought, let me check him out. So I watched so many YouTube videos of him. And do you know what? I've got to be honest. I fell in love with him. I just thought he was absolutely brilliant. And very intelligent bloke. And to me, he says what we're all thinking. Only problem is he's getting in trouble for it now. And you know, and I think there's a lot of like young men who look up to him and stuff like that. But he's right, guys. I mean, it's a snowflake world at the moment. You know, you're just one or two words or, you know, lines away from being cancelled and this, that, the other. You know, and I don't know. You know, it's a cancel culture. It's like, you know, all this rubbish about freedom of speech. Well, have we got freedom of speech? Really? Do we really have that? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know. But, you know, I think a lot of what he says is right, because there are girls who, you know, equal rights, women, you know, sisters doing it for themselves and all this rubbish. Well, yeah, but when it all comes on top, who's the first person you ring? Me, you, men. Yeah, you're at home alone, you're scared, right? You keep hearing a bang at the door. Who are you ringing? You're ringing a bloke. You ain't ringing your best mate Sarah to come round. No, you're ringing a geezer. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm sorry, like, he is right in what he says. I know, like, that will upset a few women, but he is right. I don't care what anybody says, right? A proper girl, yeah, likes a proper bloke. It's as simple as that. Craig said, Diesel, what are your thoughts on that, Stephen Bear? Do you know what? It's weird because I like Steve. I do like Stephen. I'm very friendly with his brother, Danny. So, yeah, look, he did a silly thing. I'll be honest with you, though, Craig. I don't want to be out of turn saying this. We've all done that, right? We have all done. I don't care. We have all done that. We've all done it. I'm sorry. Yes, he's in the public eye. You know, he's a celeb. He's known, and obviously he's been caught, and obviously he's got to face punishment. But I'm sorry, all of us guys, every single man in this chat tonight, and me, yeah, we've all done fuckery, right? Let's have it right here. We all have, right? We all have, yeah. Some of us have done worse than that. So, yeah, it's a laddish thing. We've all done it. So yeah, that's all I'll say. Steve, if a woman got dumped, she would like the fact the guy stood up. You have to do what's best. Do you know what? I think it was a reel on Instagram. What's the guy from Power who played Ghost? I forgot his name now. He was in a film, and it was a comment he made. He really liked this girl, but she liked him, but she was playing games and all that. And he just basically said, "Look, do you know what? I love you. I'm in love with you, but don't think I'm one of those guys who are going to hang around and wait for you. Yeah, if you can't see a good thing here, and you can't see that you've won, then do you know what? There's the door. See you later. Right? Go and find some other mug." And do you know what? I put that post up because I really like that, and I put a comment up to say, can you imagine if all men had this mindset? You girls would be in some serious trouble. You know that, I'm telling you. And it's true. But you know what? A lot of guys aren't like that. A lot of guys are bitches, if I'm honest with you. And whilst there's a lot of men like that in this world, girls can do what they want. You know, they can do what they want. So, yeah. But you know what it is as well, Steve? A lot of guys, it's not just girls, it's guys as well. I know a lot of people who just can't be on their own. They cannot be on their own. I don't know what it is. I love my own company. I live on my own. I love my own company. Right? I really do. Yeah, if I want to get a bird round, I'll get a bird round. Yeah, yeah. Luckily for me, I'm I don't want to come across ego, but like my thing is I like to think I'm good enough, attractive enough to be able to have a number on my phone where I can ring someone and say, look, come round, I'll watch a film together or whatever. Yeah. And we know what won. Yeah. However, I like my own company. I really do. But I love female company, even if I'm not saying not so much doing anything, but just chilling together, watching a film, having a chat, having a laugh, having a drink, whatever. I love female company, right? But a lot of people I know, they cannot be on their own. They just can't. They cannot be on their own. And so I know a lot of people. I've got a lot of friends who, and I've said this to you guys before. They're in dead-end relationships. They're not happy. The missus isn't happy. They both told me individually that they're not happy. But hey, I hit 40. I'm single. Oh my God! Society's told me I need to be with someone. First girl who comes along. You'll do. Come here, babes. Simple as that. 5-6 years down the line, they get married, kids, whatever. COVID comes. I've got to stay in with her. I've got to. What's the word? I need to get to know her now. And do you know what? I'll be honest with you. It's funny, but it's not. COVID hitting made a lot of people have to reassess their relationships, because I know a lot of people where like the guy works at night, the wife work or the girlfriend works during the day. They're like passing ships in the night. They hardly see each other. They're with each other at the weekend, family day, take the kids out or whatever. But during the week, they rarely see each other. And somehow a relationship like that tends to work, right? COVID hits, can't go out, not working, staying indoors. You're now with each other 24/7, right? And you get to know each other that little bit more. And it turns out you can't stand each other. And do you know what? There's a lot of relationships that were like that during COVID. Yeah. Thought I loved her, but now that I've got to know her properly and I've been with her 24/7, I can't stand the bitch. Right? I swear to you. And that's vice versa as well, with like the girl saying that about the geezer as well. So, but obviously, yeah, but if I leave her, I've got to, we've got a mortgage here. If I leave her, I have to get my own place. I've got to then I'll go from seeing my kids every day to every other weekend, and I've got to go to the gym and lose a bit of weight. Then I've got to put myself on these dating apps because I don't go out anymore. And then if I meet someone, it's dinner and drinks, and you've got to build up the trust. And I've got to get a car because we share this one. And just saying all of that, it knackers people out, right? It's tiresome, so they may as well stick rather than twist. And it is sad. It really is sad. But that's common. Believe it or not, guys, that's common. Loro's in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Loro. I'll see you, bruv. Come on. I hope you're well, mate. Kai Shifter, you're from the same breed as him. Yeah, honestly, mate, do you know what? Don't rely on anyone. You make your own luck or whatever. If you meet someone who can complement your life, great. But I don't need someone to boost to be reliant on someone. You know what I mean? I'm happy on my own. I love my own company. Like I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know a lot of people who are like that. I really don't know a lot of people who are like that. A lot of the guys I know and girls I know, they just can't be on their own. They don't like it. They don't like being single. So they would rather be with someone who they're not 100%. Some of like the guys I know, they're with girls that I know they would never have gone with in their 20s. It's really weird. But you hit a certain age and like you do get worried. You think, oh my God, 40 and I'm single. Oh my God, what am I going to do? It's really weird. And Ewan Jones wouldn't have given Odegaard a new contract. Still not convinced by him. Doesn't shoot when he should. Doesn't pick out the right passes and isn't very good in the air. See, I like Odegaard. I'm not going to lie. He's grown on me big time this season. Works bloody hard off the ball as well. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. He does work really hard off the ball. I do, yeah. And Ewan, I do agree. I do think he's getting better. There's still a lot to his game that I'd like to see improvements on. But I do think he's grown on me. He's definitely, and do you know what? There was a clip going on Instagram. I can't remember who it was against. It may have been Sporting Lisbon. I don't know if anyone's seen it. There was a clip where he had obviously Odegaard's the captain. He had the young boy as a mascot standing in front of him when the players were lining up at the start of the game. And I think the little boy was cold. And Odegaard took off his tracksuit jacket and he gave it to the boy. He actually put it on the boy, zipped it up for him, And then he kept arming his shoulder saying, "You're right, you're warm now. Yeah, you sure you're right?" You're just little, and you know what? It's just little things like that I just love class. I love class. You know, I put a reel up. I think was it yesterday of Jose Mourinho when he was manager of Spurs, when there was a ball boy, yeah, and the ball went out for a throw-in. He quickly grabbed the ball, threw it to a Tottenham player, who's then quickly thrown the ball to player Lucas Moura, I believe, crossed it in. Harry Kane scores, and that goal was all from that ball boy doing the quick throw. And the first thing Mourinho did when Spurs scored was he went over to the ball boy and gave him the biggest cuddle ever. And then I think he invited the ball boy to have dinner with the players after. It's little things like that. And that's why I put it up and went, Joe, this is why I will always love Jose Mourinho. I just think he's class. I do. I just love things like that. Yeah, love things like that. You know, and it doesn't cost anything. You know, it doesn't. It's what I'm saying. Brenny K74, big up yourself, Brenny. Up you well, mate. Good win though Sunday. Unfortunately, I didn't see it as I was playing a football match, but saw the highlights of the match in a day, and we looked brilliant. Played some really good football. Yeah, we did. Quality game. Steve RFC, Tyson Fury versus Usyk could box each other in Wembley. If they are, I can go because my brother thinking of going but by car, and it's an 8-hour drive. Would be good. Never been to London. Blimey, Steve. Well, I thought you was London based. Where do you live then, bruv? Yeah, listen, London's overrated, man. Trust me. I say that because I live here. For someone who doesn't live here, I suppose, like, you know, you'd think it's amazing. I get it. I do get it. The guys, very quickly, I just want to touch on this Mitrovic thing because I just want to get everyone's take on it. Oh, you live in Glasgow, Scotland? Oh, okay. No, big up yourself. I've been out for a night out in Glasgow. Quality. And we'll say that. Love the accent. Especially the birds. Ooh. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, Mitrovic, man. Do you know what, guys? This links in nicely, right, with what I was saying about this cancel culture and, you know, like the Andrew Tate stuff. And you can't. Is it me, or is Mitrovic being just a little bit too much? I think he's being vilified. I really do. I don't agree with what he did. Obviously, it was out of order what he did. I'm hearing people saying he needs to be banned for the rest of the season. He attacked the ref. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in sport, and this, that, the other. Like, people are really going to town on this, and I'm part of me's thinking, are these just like idiots who are just trying to stir the pot and cause trouble, or do these people genuinely believe he attacked the ref? Do they genuinely believe he needs to be banned for the whole season and a quarter of the next season? Like, I've heard that. That's another one I've heard. He needs to be banned for the whole season and for the first 10 games of next season. And I'm thinking, what? My God, you know, you'd think he'd stabbed up the referee 5-6 times. He didn't do that. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, 3, 4, 5 game ban, cool, but 10 games. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. And let me just say this as well. Fulham, for me, this is another reason why I cannot stand Man United, because they are such a jammy team. Fulham were all over them in that game. All over them. Now, when Willian cleared the ball off the line, at first, I thought, that's not a penalty. When I watched it again in real time, like the replay of it, I thought, yeah, actually, yeah, it is a penalty. It is. But if Fulham hadn't have imploded like that, there's a strong possibility they could have gone on to have won that. I thought the sending off was a bit harsh. Like, give the penalty and give the guy a yellow card. I don't think that warranted a red for me. That's just my opinion. But I thought Man United were extremely lucky in that game. I thought a lot went for them in that game. They're just jammy. Honestly, they are just so jammy. Honestly, like, they're winning games. They don't play well at all, and they just get over the line. So when people tell me Man United are back, I don't see it. Sorry, I don't see it. But that's just me. And Ewan Jones, I'm not going to lie. I think it's over the top to top this Mitrovic thing. It wasn't the best idea to touch the ref, but the way people are going on, you'd think it was Paolo Di Canio all over again. This is what I'm saying. Even Ace Allen, big up Ace as well, mate. You're saying that. Diesel, do you remember Di Canio pushing the ref when we lost 1-0 at Sheffield Wednesday in '98? Again, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think the Di Canio thing, obviously, Di Canio thing was worse. I think officials need to realise, yeah, he overstepped the mark, Mitrovic. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying that. I'm not defending what he did. But I think people have to realise that's a high pressure game. Fulham are in they're at Wembley. They're playing against. Was it Wembley? It was Wembley, wasn't it? Can't remember now. My memory's terrible. But they're in a game like that. They're playing against Man United. Like they've got a route to possibly get into a final, something they haven't been in time. Emotions are high. They were playing well. And I personally believe that they thought it wasn't a penalty. Yeah. That's where I think he's gone a bit mad. I think he's looked over, he's seen the manager going into one. And in turn, that's obviously got him revved up as well. Old Trafford, yeah. I don't know why I said Wembley. That's what I think it is. I think it was a sort of it was in stages. Yeah. They didn't think it was a penalty. Don't forget, Fulham were on the ascendancy. Fulham were playing well. Fulham were outplaying Man United. Right? Fulham was all over him. Mitrovic was an absolute menace, right? He had those defenders on toast. They were playing really well. And then that one mistake, Willian, and it bugs me as well. Because if Man United do it on merit, cool. But they're just jammy. They're just such a jammy team, and they have been over the years. And that's what bugs me. Really annoys me, that. But yeah, whatever. I think it's a bit harsh. Yes, he's going to get a ban. We don't know how many games. I think 10 games is way too much. I think that's harsh. I think that's diabolical. I really do. The guy didn't commit murder here. Yeah. People are trying to make an example of him. Do you know what annoys me as well? If that was Harry Kane who had done that, right? What would the consensus be? I'll let him off. It's Harry showing passion. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what makes me laugh. Right? What about Fernandes then, Bruno? No, nothing gets said about that though, no? Yeah, but that's different. Why? Because he plays for Man United and Mitrovic plays for little old Fulham. Is that the difference? Is that why? No, it ain't that. It's just that, it's just different, Dees. It's different. Yeah, good one. All right, cool. It's different. Because it's Man United. Man United, isn't it? There is a lot of that still going on, even with VAR, even with the officials. I still feel sorry for these lesser teams because I do think certain decisions still go against them where I think a lot of these incidents, these VAR, decisions, I still think a lot of them tend to go for the bigger teams more so than against them. I really do believe that. But yeah, that'd be my argument. If this was Harry Kane who had done that, there would be no outcry like this. Yeah, you'd have a few here and there saying certain things, but my God, every man and his dog is on Mitrovic at the moment. Rah! 10-game ban for the season. You know what I mean? Sack him, get him out of the club. All this rubbish. My God, guys, it's football. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he overstepped the mark, but come on, he didn't kill anyone. Let's calm down, yeah? My God, this world now, honestly, it's just... Loro, bloke's a liability, cost Fulham the game. He's man, there's a character, though, which ain't so bad as ain't many left. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'll take him at Arsenal. And Ewan Jones, I haven't long joined, so I don't know whether you've covered this, but what are your thoughts on Conte? I mean, you can't win with the media. On one hand, they say speak the truth, yet Conte does it, and there's murder. And Ewan, I spent about 20 minutes covering that. I promise you, watch it back, bruv, and hopefully you'll agree with me. But long story short, I am with Antonio Conte 100%. I think he was right to bash those players. I think those players have needed it. I think they had it coming, and they've had it coming to them for years. Yeah. Right. Everyone's going on about, oh, yeah, let's get Poch back. Oh, yeah, because Poch has got the magic wand, right? So, yeah, when Poch comes back, they're going to turn into title beaters. No. Some of the players are still there when Poch was there before. How long's he been gone? Some of them players are still there. No, I'm sorry. It needed said. These players are too protected, in my opinion. These players of today, multi-millionaires driving around in a different car every single week. The worst players in this Premier League are multi-millionaires. Work that one out. These are the worst players. The worst. Multi-millionaires. Could not lace the boots of a lot of these older players back in the day. Couldn't lace their boots. Yet these players are walking around like Big Tom Charlie's got a different car every week. No. They've got a manager there who is a winner, who was a winner as a player, who's a winner as a manager, won things everywhere he's been, gets to this club. And don't forget, Anurin as well. Everyone's talking about this game where they had a 2-goal lead. I'm sorry, but there's more to it. Conte sees these guys every day in training. Every day. Right? He's seeing this Spurs side lose a game or draw a game from a winning position. And he's seeing these players having a laugh and a joke with the opposition at the full-time whistle. This man's a winner. He didn't used to do that when he was playing. You don't have a laugh and a joke at the full-time with a team who have just slapped you up. I'm sorry. No, you don't do that. You know, and as a manager, he's probably seeing that thinking, do these guys not know they've just lost? Like, are these guys happy with that? They're having a laugh and a joke with the opposition who have just slapped them. What the hell is going on? What? Yeah. And that, personally, that is what I think he's seen there. And in a moment of madness, yeah, he's come out. But he's not used to that, guys. This guy's a winner. He's not used to slapdash performances like that. Players like that who ain't good enough. He's not. He's not used to it. So, for me, I mean, I said it earlier on, Tottenham are below him, in my opinion. Tottenham, Antonio Conte is above Tottenham. He is. You know, so I think he was right. I do. I'm sorry. I just wish only like more managers would come out when needed and actually, you know, tell the players about themselves. Because I'm not being funny, right? Everyone's saying, "Oh, he was out of order." Well, hang on a minute. Whenever a team goes for a poor run of form, it's not the players who get sacked. It's the manager. It's always the manager who gets sacked, right? Yeah. When it comes to it, it's the manager who goes. Yeah. So anyone who can say, "Oh, he was out of order for saying that about us," you were, hang on a minute. Yeah, we're all saying that. But whenever something goes wrong at the club, you players are fine. You can play how you want, do what you want. You're not getting sacked. He will. The manager does. So do you know what? Take it and shut up. Yeah, and that's my thing and you're in, yeah? If they had anything about him, right, and I said this earlier on, if they had anything about him, Harry Kane being the captain, if this was me, right, I would have got all the players around to my house, sorry, I would have got all the players around to my mansion, yeah, set them all down, even the squad players, and I mean everyone, and said, look, we all saw what he said about us. We're selfish, we're soft, we don't play well under pressure, this, that, the other. We've got 10 games left. Boys, these 10 games, we are going to put everything in. Everything. Because everyone's looking at us now after what he said. Let's shut him up, first of all. These 10 games, we do what we've got to do, right? We come correct. And that is every single one of us come correct. And we shove those words back down his throat. Whether he's here or not, it's irrelevant now. It's irrelevant whether he's here or not. These 10 games, we all put it in and we show everyone that we're not soft. We show everyone that we can play well under pressure. We show everyone that we're not selfish. We show everyone that we're not soft. We show everyone that we're not weak. And we go out and do it. But will they do that, Spurs? No. Because they are weak. They are soft. They are selfish. What Conte said was right. He's 100% bang on, because that has been Spurs over the years. A lot of that was before Conte got there. So anybody telling me Conte's the problem, he needs to go, and the problem goes with him, no. The problems were there before the man got there. Sorry. And anyone thinking, oh, all the Spurs fans and the players, they all want Poch. Why? Because Poch is nice. Nice man. Doesn't win, but he's a nice man, always smiling. He would never slate us off to the media. No, Poch won't do that. He's nice to us. He wants to be our friend. That's why they want Poch. That is why they want Poch. Because he's easy street. Conte, no, because the man's a winner. You have to work under Conte. You have to work. Poch, entertainment. Win if you can, but let's entertain and play some good football. Entertain first, win later. Yeah, that's Poch. That's why they want Poch. That's why the fans want Poch. That's why the players want Poch. Because it's easy street. That's why. Telling you, that is why. Yeah, these players don't want it. They don't want to win. They don't want to work. They want to pick up their money every Friday, and that is it. Simple. Conte knows that. That's why he's come out and said what he said. That's why he's begging to be sacked. He don't want to be there. He wants to go to a club where they are going to fight for titles. This lot ain't even fighting for a cup, let alone a title. And if they cut a carrot, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't want it. Yeah? That is why, guys, I'm telling you now, he was bang on in what he said, because some of them players have been there for years and they have not improved. They don't want to improve. Yeah? That is why they're known as Spursy. That is why that name sticks to them, Spursy. That is why, because they don't want it. They don't want it. So if I was Conte, get out, get rid. Get rid. And I mean, Conte, you get rid of them and just go somewhere else. Liam R97, big up yourself, Liam, bruv. Evening Diesel, late to stream. No worries, bruv. 2 hours and 6 minutes. Come on. Do you know what? Some people can't even stream for half an hour. 2 hours and 6 minutes. Boom. And a lot of you guys have been with me from minute one to now. Come on. Right. I've got a couple more things. What time is it? Oh, it's late, isn't it? Right, look, I'll be very quick. Right, firstly, so England, Gareth Southgate, I don't rate this guy at all. How he's still in that job, I'll never know. Picking Calvin Phillips, who hasn't played. This thing about snobbery with clubs and the smaller clubs, I've always said that is a thing. And some people say, no, it's not. No, it was back in the day, but it's not anymore. That is a thing. I'm telling you now, there is a snobbery. All right, James Ward-Prowse. Yes, Southampton are down there. They're at the bottom. Cool. Yeah, this man doesn't shirk anything. This man is never injured. This man plays every single game. This man, without him, Southampton would be relegated already. I think he's a very good player, Ward-Prowse. Very underrated. I don't understand how no other team has gone in, no big team has gone in for him or taken a punt on him. I don't get it. He wouldn't be big money. So I don't understand that. He should be in that squad. Calvin Phillips in that squad. He doesn't play. He doesn't play. All this rubbish about, yeah, but he's never let me down. No. See, and again, this is where football for me falls down. Yeah, in this day and age. Yeah, to get into in the olden days, back in the day, to get into the England squad, you had to be playing constantly for your club team, and not only that, you had to be playing, and you had to be playing well, right? Had to be playing well, yeah? Just playing week in, week out for your club weren't enough. You had to be in form. And if you were in form, you had a shot at getting into the England squad. Now, different. Harry Maguire rarely plays. Luke Shaw, who for me is, I don't rate the guy at all. Luke Shaw, very lucky boy to still be at Man United or to be at a club like Man United. Very lucky boy, but whatever. Yeah. The guy is predominantly a left back, and Ten Hag prefers Luke Shaw at the centre of defence rather than Harry Maguire. Now, when something like that happens, you know you've got a problem. You know that manager don't rate you. He can say whatever, all the niceties in the press and the media. No, look beyond that. Yeah, Eric Sevenhag does not rate you, Harry. Doesn't like you. Therefore, you have to move. But Harry Maguire, whether he plays or not, he still makes the England squad. Why has he got to move? Why? It's not a case of Gareth Southgate saying to him, look, Harry, I like you, man, but I can't pick you. You're not playing for United. You can't get into this side until you start playing for them. You need to be playing regular football. Now, I'm telling you now, if Gareth had said that to Harry Maguire, that would be enough for Harry to get off of his arse, his lazy arse, and think, do you know what? I can't afford to lose my place in the England squad. Therefore, I need to leave here. I need to move. I need to go to a club where I'm going to play week in, week out, yeah, and be a regular in the defence, yeah. But he's still getting picked for England. So where's the motivation for him to move and play regularly? Where is it? Where's the motivation? Doesn't matter. Yeah, that is what I don't agree with. That is what I can't stand. Yeah, certain players who are playing regularly and playing well for their clubs, and they are overlooked time and time again. And me personally, because of the kind of guy I am, yeah, if I was one of those players, I would make no secret of saying, do you know what? While that manager is there, all right, do not even consider me for England. I don't want to play for the country. I do not want to play under him, because that man has got his favourites. He doesn't pick players based on merit. He picks players based on if their face fits. And I cannot stand people like that. Sorry, I can't. I can't stand managers who are like that, because it's not fair. They are not playing with a straight bat. He's got his favourites, just as simple as that. Yeah. While this manager is here, manager of this country, I'm telling you now, we will not win a thing under Gareth Southgate. People can say, yeah, but we've come close. Close don't cut it for me. You either win or you don't. Gareth Southgate will not win a thing. Yeah? Right? Now, people can say, oh, they really like him. Okay, cool. People who have told me that, I've said, okay, cool. Okay, so if your manager left tomorrow, would you take him at your club? Right? Spurs fan, would you take him? Well, if it's not an instant yes, then that tells me he can't be all that. If he left England tomorrow, name me a top 6 club in the Premier League who would take him. Name me a club who would take him like that. You wouldn't, because they wouldn't. He's not a good manager. I'm sorry. If Pep Guardiola left Man City tomorrow, I'm telling you now, every man in his dog, every club would be lining up to take Pep. Pep could have his pick of any club he wanted and walk in. Yeah? Walk in. Because he's grade A, elite, top level. Southgate's crap. Sorry, no. People defending Southgate. Oh, yeah, I like him. I think he's a good manager. Players respect him. Okay, you're a Man United fan. Okay, cool. So if that is what... So would you have him at Man United? Well, no. Okay, so what if Eric Ten Hag left tomorrow? Would you take him? Well, oh, yeah, I'm in an R-in. But hang on a minute. 2 minutes ago, you were saying he was the best thing since sliced bread. You really rate him, yeah? But yet you wouldn't have him at your club, would you? Well, see how they start stuttering, guys. It's so bloody obvious. My God, these people ain't got a brain, I swear to God. No common sense. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, that was my little 2 pence about England. And the last thing, now look, anyone who knows me, right? Anyone who knows me knows I'm a massive Idris Elba fan. And I love the guy. I do. I can't help it. I just think he's so slick. And I'm a big Luther fan as well. Luther, in fact, I've got the coat, yeah? Took me 6 months to find it. Yeah? Yeah? Come on. That's my Luther jacket. And yeah, Luther, the series, I mean, I've watched it back to back, 15, 20 times, like from series 1 to, I think it was the fifth season. So when I heard about the film coming out, I was absolutely buzzing. Because that's always been his dream, really, and to turn it into a film. I just had one request. I wanted to see Alice in it. Alice, for me, do you know what, guys? She is my secret crush. I can't even lie to you. There's something about Alice. Do you know what? I've got this thing about women like that. They're dangerous, but you just have to have a slice. I don't know what it is, but Alice, she does it for me. She just does it. She just looks like an absolute psycho. But I've just got this weird obsession with her. But anyway, those lips of hers. You know what I'm saying, right? But anyway, so when I heard that the film was dropping, and then the trailer came on YouTube, and I'm watching the trailer and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is going to be sick. It looks sick. And it was out in the cinema for, I think 2 weeks until it came on Netflix. It was only in selected cinemas. I think there were showcase cinemas. But I really wanted to see it in the cinema, but for whatever reason I couldn't. So I thought, look, I've only got to wait 2 weeks. So I'll wait until it comes out on Netflix. I can say it came out on the 10th of March. I've already on the 10th of March. Today's the 21st of March. I've watched this film about 6 times. 6 times. I just love it. I'm telling you, I just love it. What a film. I really enjoyed it. And sometimes when you're looking forward to something so much, the end result is, I waited all that time and it was all right, but it weren't great. I thought this film was absolutely brilliant. I thought Idris was class. I just thought it was really good, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just a massive fan of Idris and Luther. I just think it's one of the best things on TV. So anyone who's not watched that, Luther, The Fallen Sun, it's on Netflix now. Go and give it a watch. It's dark. Andy Serkis, who plays the villain in that, I thought he was really good as well. Very believable, very good. A lot of action packed. If you're a fan or you have an interest, go and watch it. I thoroughly recommend it. And what are your thoughts on the Gary Lineker situation? A bit stupid. He can get banned for opinions on his personal Twitter account, especially when he's speaking the truth about his arsehole government. Yeah, Nirin, do you know what, mate? Listen, a lot of again, I'll go back to Andrew Tate. A lot of what he says is true. A lot of what he said was coming and is coming down the line. He started to ring true. I watch a lot of David Icke as well. I love David Icke. I think this guy fascinates me, and he's had so much ridicule over the years, and he's had a lot of people abuse him, and he's been on shows, and I've seen people just taking the piss out of him and mugging him off, and over the years. And it's only now that a lot of people are starting to finally open their eyes and see what he's saying, because a lot of what this guy's saying, I've been watching him since 2000, 2005, 2006. He was saying things then about certain things, and they are happening today. A lot of what he says is starting to ring true, and we're seeing it. He predicted this years ago, and he got laughed at, and I just think people need to have an open mind. There's a lot of sheep in this world. They read the paper, they believe it. They watch the news, they believe it. That thing we had, I'll give you an example, when they mentioned they had a fuel shortage. So, people who didn't need petrol were getting petrol. The country was in a panic. You were driving for miles just trying to find a petrol station because the queues. Turns out there wasn't a shortage. Yeah, but what happened was all their profits went up. BP, Shell, profits went up because they know what to do to us people in this country. They put out an article like that on the news, breaking news. There shortage, soon to be a shortage in the UK. Get your petrol now. There are people with a full tank of petrol in their car who are going and filling up tank after tank after tank after tank. Yeah, the shelves in Tesco's, right? Do you remember that? Yeah, people just going in buying loads of toilet roll, pasta, rice. You name it, they were buying it. I remember an elderly woman, must have been about 70, 75, got mugged for a toilet roll outside of Tesco. She got mugged because she had toilet roll. Things like this, the government, they know how to spin it. They know the scaremongering, it gets to us. And as a result, we We raid the shops in a blind panic. We pay over the odds for toilet roll and pasta and petrol and this, that, the other. Yeah, that's how they do it to us. But I'm telling you, it's a big, 9 times out of 10, it's a big, big conspiracy. You know, Gary Lineker's personal Twitter has got nothing to do with his duties on Match of the Day. And I think what they did, to be honest, and I think this is where they didn't realise just how powerful Gary Lineker is, or we'll say powerful, probably the wrong word, but influential, I suppose. Because I don't think they realised just how much backing this guy was going to get. And when they saw that, they then tried to backtrack. And for me, they now look stupid. You know, they look stupid. If you're going to ban him or whatever, stick to it. But no, they ran back to him. Sorry, Gary, it wasn't like that. What we weren't trying to. What we was trying to do was, yeah. Anyway, can we be friends again, Gary? This is all getting silly, Gary. Come on, I mean. Yeah, just in future, you know, let's just, you know, tone it down a bit. All this rubbish, yeah? They went back to him because they realised everyone was, you know, Match of the Day is an institution on BBC One. You know, without Gary Lineker, most people probably ain't going to tune in or, you know, solidarity with the man. Whether you agree with what people say or not, you can't ban him. It's freedom of speech. That's what it's meant to be. But slowly, as David Icke said this years ago, and Andrew Tate has alluded to it as well, little by little by little by little, they are taking our rights away. And people need to wake up and smell the coffee, so to speak, and realise what these people are doing to us. That is what they are doing to us. Yeah? Right? This thing about the microchip, we will have that soon. Yeah? Well, we all know at the moment the country is cashless. You know, yes, you can still go into a shop and use cash. Those days are rapidly coming to an end. I'm telling you now, it will become cashless everywhere very, very soon. Cash won't mean anything. It's all going to be electronically now. Yeah, we're all going to be microchipped. Yeah, we don't play ball. They can physically go into our account, take our money, and yeah, make it very hard for us to live unless we abide by the rules. This is what's happening, you know. And I've always said this, that there is this, you know, people look at Boris Johnson or Rishi Sunak and think these boys are the top dogs. You know, these are the ones in charge. They're not. They're puppets. You know, they are puppets. You know, you look at Biden, you know, Joe Biden, the most powerful man in the world, like the president. He's not. He's not. Firstly, Congress are higher than what he is, have more influence than what he does. And even then, there is a higher being. I genuinely believe there are a group of people. I don't want to get too deep. This is more Warrensfield. But I just want to say that there are a group of people who we will never, ever see or hear about or find out who they are. They control. And it's all filtered down. Yeah? It's all filtered down, you know? And Warren will be doing something very, very soon on the channel, and it's going to be, he's explained it to me the other day. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but it's a very, very good one. And do you know what? I know, look, something like that, we don't really get a lot of views on it, or as many as what I think we should. And it's not everyone's bag, I get that. But for me, I just find certain things fascinating about the world. I really do. I just, you know, there are just certain things that I look at and I just think that can't be right. I watch David Icke and some of the things he says, like, I mean, like when he talks about like the reptilian blood and, you know, when he talks about the royal family and, you know, shapeshifters and stuff like that. Now, look, a lot of people hear that and think, what? Come on, Dave. Come on, you're going a bit too far now. But you know what? I'll tell you something. Who's to say it's not true? Seriously, who's to say? You know, and there's just a lot. There is a lot that goes on that would make our hair curl if we actually knew the truth. Yeah. So, yeah, crazy. There's this thing that a lot of people say about, you know, when they talk about aliens and extraterrestrials, wherever they are among us on Earth. They walk the same streets as us. And do you know what? Part of me actually believes that, but that's just me. And it's exactly the same with immigration. It isn't a problem. People can live wherever they like, but unfortunately, this government will use anything to deflect the blame away from themselves. I read earlier on about Boris Johnson. He, even to this day, he's still trying to warrant the lockdown parties that they had. And I'm like, I can't believe this is still going on. Like, the guy, Boris, you're guilty, bruv. You know, just own up. Put your hands up. You know, you've been caught bang to rights. And this is what bugs me, right? Things like this. This is what it just bugs me about this government. It's like they can do what they want. You know, even if you're caught on camera, that they can still deny. Oh, it wasn't me. Well, I can see you. It's you. It's you. No, it weren't me. I weren't there. Weren't there. You know, it's so corrupt. It's so corrupt, honestly. Like, you're telling me, like, family members are dying from COVID, this, that, and the other, and you guys are out having a party. You know, and it got to a point where Boris was so untouchable. Untouchable. I mean, he was like a cat with 9 lives. You know, there was nothing he couldn't do. And it got to a point where I thought, do you know what? He's got something on someone, because he can't be pulling all this fuckery and getting away with it and still be in that job. My God, this guy is a laughing stock, you know, and he's still in that job. The government is an absolute joke. I quite like Rishi Sunak. I must admit I do. But saying that, I think they're all puppets, man. I think they all answer to someone who's a lot higher than them. We don't know who that person is, or people are. They're certainly not the leaders, I can tell you that much. They are absolute puppets. They are the face. And that's it. They're the face. They're not the voice. They are the face. Corruption at its finest. And there's a lot that is going on at the moment. Cost of living, energy bills. And this ain't the worst of it, guys. It's going to keep going up. Suicide is at an all-time high. People just can't afford to live or feed their families. You know, and it's sad. It really is sad. But these guys, they don't care. As long as they're all right. You know, so I don't know where we go. I really don't. But yeah, it's bit of a deep one, that. But yeah, all I would, just don't believe everything you read, guys. You know, just do your research, really look into it, because I'll tell you something. I am a big fan of David Icke. I really am. Don't get me wrong. Some of what he says, I think it's going a bit too far. However, I do listen to what he says and think, do you know what? I remember he said that in 2005, and look, it's happening. He was bang on about that. He said this would happen in 2020. He was bang on about that. He said this would happen. He was bang on about that. You know, there's a lot of things he said where I'm like, they are starting to ring true. And all of a sudden, this man isn't getting laughed at as much as he was back then. Yeah, because back then he was coming out with all these things and people were laughing at him, abusing the guy. But things are starting to ring true. We're starting to see it's a slow process. Yeah. The thing about being cashless, not being able to use cash anymore, I can assure you, that is coming in. That is coming in. At this present moment in time, I can still walk into a shop with a tenner and buy something. Yeah, very soon that won't be allowed. Yeah, the thing about all of us being microchipped, I'm telling you now, that will come. I put my money on it. That will come. But it can't all come like that. Because too many people will panic, and what they can't have is panic on a mass scale, right, where we'll just riot. Yeah, like, it can't. They're going to do it in stages, guys. These guys are not stupid. They know what they're doing. I mentioned about the petrol shortage. Yeah, everyone went out and got petrol. People who didn't need petrol went out and got petrol. I saw a guy filling up tank after tank after tank. Oh, he must have spent an absolute fortune. Yeah, but do you know what? There wasn't a shortage. But what came out shortly after that was Shell announcing their profits, BP announcing their profits. It's scaremongering, and it's so easy to do because we fall for it, hook, line, and sinker every single time. Yeah, the shopping, even now, Tesco's, half the shelves are empty, and they have been for months. But remember that shortage? What did everyone start doing? Raiding Tesco, Asda, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, you name it, buying pasta, bread, stocking up on bread, rice, pasta, toilet roll. Yeah, and that was a true story about that 75-year-old elderly woman who got mugged outside of Tesco because someone nicked her toilet roll. That is how people are. How can you mug an elderly woman for toilet roll? See, when something like that happens, that's what's scary. You see it in films where the country just goes into it's every man for himself, yeah, and it's dog eat dog. It is literally dog eat dog, and that is scary. But anyway, Christ, 2 hours and 2.5 hours. I don't know how I do it. Linda, hope you're well, darling. Hi, man. How are you? I'm good, thank you. I'm really good. Craig, Arsenal's remaining fixtures. So yeah, we're at home to Leeds, we're away to Liverpool, we're away to West Ham, away to Southampton, I believe. Actually, no, that's not right, is it? We're away to West Ham, we're home to Southampton, we're away to City, from memory. Yeah, Chelsea, Newcastle. Right. Leeds, we should win that. Liverpool, tough. I mean, you say that. What Liverpool are going to turn up, you just don't know with them. West Ham should be a guaranteed 3 points. Southampton, yeah, we'll beat them. Man City, I think we'll lose that. Chelsea, we're at home to Chelsea. We should win that. We're away to Newcastle. That'll be tough. Could get a draw. Brighton, I think we're at home. Brighton will be a tough game because they play attractive football as well. But sometimes that plays in our hands. Forest, we should slap. Wolves will slap. Do you know what? I think we've won it. I really do. Honestly, I really do. Sorry, Jez, mate, you go for the longest stream ever. I know I've got. You know what I'm like. Once I go, I can't shut up. But yeah, I'm going to go now because I don't want to bore you guys. We've all got work tomorrow. Diesel's putting in one end of a shift tonight. Well, I haven't been on here for ages, mate, so it's only right. I'll give you guys what you want, right? Ben R28, big up yourself, Ben. Up you well, mate. That'd be good. I'll just quickly get through these and I'll blurt. Have you watched season 5? Unforgotten. I won't give away if you haven't seen it, but it wouldn't surprise me if the writers of that end up getting cancelled for stuff from that season. Oh, okay. I haven't seen it. I'll watch it. I'll give it a go. Jez, I'm enjoying the show. Thank you very much, Mike. Yes, always facts. I do try, guys. I promise you. Linda, do you play? See, a question like that tells me you are not a woman. You're a bloke, isn't you? I can tell. Come on, own up. I'm a PS5 person, Linda. What else we got? And the problem with this country is that there's just too many levels of incompetence and everyone just deals in PR, not facts. Lovely. Mike Killing, same here, mate. How he does this, I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know. I think I had a Lucas aid earlier on. It's gone to my head. Ty Diesel, when's your next live stream? Do you know what, Jez? While you're here, mate, I'd like to do one. I'm gonna get some people on, so I just rest my voice a little bit. Yeah, if you're mate, end of the week if you're free, Jez. I'll message you anyway. I'll send you a message. I'll ask you on here. It's a bit unprofessional, right? So yeah, I'll send you a message, mate. But yeah, listen. I want to look to do a bit more. Listen, even if I try and do ones every single Monday and just have a bit of a structure. At the moment, work is just so busy at the moment, guys. I'm coming in sort of 8 of an evening, and I'm shattered. So yeah, I am trying, guys. I promise you, just the way life is at the moment. But yeah, I want to try and do another one by the end of the week, guys. We've got an international break now, so I want to try and do a Diesel Diaries as well. I want to talk about certain things that I'm watching at the moment. Just try and have a bit of a nice change away from football. Certain things I've watched, films, series, whatever. You know me, guys. I'm a TV junkie, so yeah, we could do one like that. So yeah, I'll have to have a think. But yeah, yes all day, mate. Come on, Jez. There you go. See, 2 real ones, on the same stream. Lucky people, you. It's like Christmas come early for you guys, isn't it? So anyway, look, I nicked it. I call him Jesus, but to be honest, I never made that up. It was Taib. I've nicked it from you, Jesus. Big up. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Look, I'm going to go now, guys, and rest up, watch a bit of telly in bed, and just crash. Thank you for tuning in, honestly, and I really do mean this. I know I don't come in here often, but when I do, I still get decent numbers. Well, say decent numbers. 35 of you watching at one point. For someone who doesn't come on hardly. So, listen, I'm over over the moon with that. So thank you very much, guys. I'm going to play the outro as I go. And I shall see you guys at the end of the week. I'm going to speak to Jez and maybe a couple of others. And obviously, yeah, let's get something going. The community, we're all family, aren't we? So we look alike. I'm just slightly taller, right? But yeah, guys, love you loads. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying with me until 11:15. Big up yourselves. Jez, love you too, bruv. Come on. Always supports me, this guy, Jez. So yeah, real one, proper. Top man. And go and follow his channel, please. If you haven't, Arsenal, the history and more, type that in YouTube. Click on follow. Easy, right? Or subscribe. Sorry, subscribe. Easy. Done. Right, I'm going to go. I'm going to take my loofah coat. I'm going to go and wear it, look in the mirror, and do what comes naturally, right? So, Mike, thank you very much, bruv. Love you guys. Big up yourselves. Later. Well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere.